Hello, everybody from Houston, Texas. Really excited. Oh, Double Diamond, Sis Julie just went on live too as well, so.
Hello, this is Jonah from Manila. I'm so excited too. Hello, Sis Paulina.
Hello, hello, my beautiful sister. I am so excited, all pumped up. I got my phone on, I got my computer on, so let's get it going, right?
Okay, where are you going to be speaking? Well, okay. Well, I gotta. There's more. We want to get as close as we can. This one has to raise about 6 feet. You can move another chair over here. Huh?
That is the camera lens?
Yes.
Up there? Wow.
You know what? I bet I can move this. We can probably move it kind of closer. Okay, are you standing at the podium? No, they'll probably be here, but maybe we can move this whole thing ahead. Okay. Go ahead.
Do you have another cord?
Let's actually grab, let's replug everything that's there. We'll bring the camera a little bit closer if that's okay. Okay. Yeah, we should be fine.
Now the camera should be able to go without the table.
Okay, here it is. Actually, if you want to move the camera, I'll move this table. Should we just have it over there? Should we just have it over there?
We don't connect, but you know, once in a while we can share that we just fun to learn each other. Right, so Melinda's in the house, Nathan from the UK.
Maybe using a PowerPoint over
Ready
there?
for something
Yeah.
exciting. You know, like Bob said, we got the perfect summer here. Great product, amazing consumer product, great leaders,
This here,
experience.
then you can test it right here.
I'm just excited.
We could maybe hang that on here or something. You think or not?
This will be okay.
There you go.
Me and Muggin. There you go.
Hey, hey.
Oh, hey, look, I'm in camera. No.
Yeah, but you get a minimal. But somebody is co-host that they can say.
Let me know when you're ready. When we start to be ready.
Hello, hello, my beautiful sister, Sis Kate from Boston. Good to see you on. I see a lot of our team members are here too. Awesome.
What's down there?
Right here, this is probably a good spot for us.
Okay.
That's what you want to say. Okay, so just move this over one.
I'm pretending like I'm over there right now.
Huh? Right there? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
She will put them in the waiting room until it gets
Oh, okay.
started, they settle down.
You can admit everybody now. And then
Because it's loud.
I don't want to press mute. It's not-
Oh, okay, perfect. Marianne.
Hi, Paulina. Hi, sister. Can you please, when someone joins our meeting, admit them and also mute them as well. Thank you, sis.
Hey, do a quick sound check, make sure she can hear
Hello.
you. Can everybody on Zoom hear you okay?
Okay.
Just want to talk normally like you got
Sis Jen, you need to put me as a co-host so I can do that for you. Can you hear me?
Sis Paulina, you are.
Okay.
Co-host.
Thank you.
Good morning, sis. Good morning. Looking beautiful. You coming to Loomerland?
Still talking to my husband about that.
Hey, Paulina, give us a thumbs up if you can hear okay on Zoom.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Nice and clear.
So hello, everyone. Hello, Las Vegas. Good morning. And hello to all our viewers from all over the world. We are also live in our John Haremza's YouTube channel. So shout out to those YouTube viewers globally. Welcome, everyone. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jen Melendez. I am a Crown Diamond executive with our company, and I am also a registered nurse by profession. And I am just so honored and humbled to be the one who will open this event. You know, but first of all, I would like to congratulate each one of you here, whether you are a member or a guest. Give yourself a pat in the back and be proud because you took action, you know, by being here, by giving your valuable time to listen and to learn about this amazing opportunity. You know, the great Napoleon Hill said that the starting point of all achievement is the desire. And there are three major things that most people desire to have more of, and that is more money, more time, and better health. Agree? So I am just so excited because joining me today are incredible people who have the skills and who really have the knowledge, you know, to share about this amazing opportunity that I am so proud of. And I am just in love because personally, it allowed me to assist more people globally. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to welcome our first speaker. He is actually the reason why I am here in this company. He is a foot and ankle surgeon from Bakersfield, California, 2019 Melendez Executive of the Year awardee, 2020 GoPro $1 Million Hall of Fame. Please, let's give a round of applause to our Blue Diamond, Dr. Nguyen.
Well, thank you for that, Jen. Appreciate you. And, you know, it's been incredible. It's been actually June 11th, next month is her 3rd year anniversary here with this company. And it's been incredible to see her grow so much in that 3 years. And just to let you know, I know most of you don't know her, but I'll tell you this, she did not do a single webinar until beyond reaching Crown Diamond. Just understand that. I mean, that's the leverage that we have here, the incredible platform of what we have. And so again, thank you, Jen, and for what you have done for each and every one of us. And thank you for inspiring people throughout the world and continue what we do. And again, my name is Dr. Nguyen. Like she said, I'm a foot and ankle surgeon. I've been in practice for over 20 years. And I'll tell you this, I love what I do. I went to medicine to help people. And in college, I was looking up diabetes and something popped up in the research on foot and ankle salvage in terms of diabetic complications. And that sparked my interest because of the diabetes. And that got me going. That's where I want to be, because I didn't want to be a family practitioner or internist, because I watched my family members, aunt, uncles, and so on and so forth do the thing. But I didn't want to be a pill pusher. Does that make sense? I didn't like that. And so I chose what I did, chose what I've been doing for 20 years, because I want to save people's limbs from diabetes. And it's a big problem. And I've been preaching that for a very, very long time. And I'm one of those individuals that shows the visual pictures. Even when I do a diabetic education class, for example, I show the gores, the bloody, gory stuff that I do, because people don't understand the issues unless you show them that, right? And that's what I do. And it really gets into the mind that, you know what, I better take care of myself. And so, but you know, I came across network marketing about 18 years ago. I'll tell you why. Someone invited me to come over their home and see this technology company, cell phone company, where you can be the middleman of cell phone, internet, and so on and so forth. And I came to that presentation because my friend invited me. And I saw something. It was not about the business whatsoever. It was about the entire idea of this industry, where we can help the average individual have incredible success by just word of mouth, referring people into what we do. And I've been with Melendez for almost 3 years. I can tell you this is I found my home here because I want to thank John Haremza for sharing this with me. I found my home here, and the reason why I came to Melendez is because of the culture. You do not know who you are. You do not know where you came from, who enrolled you at all whatsoever. We don't care. We don't want to know. I don't want to know who enrolled you, who your team is, because I'm all about, you know, one company, one team. That's my whole philosophy of help people. So let's talk about some things here. I gotta plug this in. See, it's all crazy stuff. We're not perfect, but you know what? We got some incredible stuff to share with you. So, again, I talked about the culture. We have 5 key elements, you know, the company, the product, the commission, the training support, and the timing trend. But it's all the same for majority of the company, but I got attracted to the culture of the company. And right here, the 6th element, the culture. And, you know, Dave and Joyce, they are the heart of the company. You know, this company is 7 years old in the next month and a half. We were 7 years old. We went through all the ups and downs and all the hooplas of you know, a new company. But you know what? It's all good, right? It's all good to go through all that, the trials and tribulations. And so we got some things, incredible things happening right now. And again, you know, when I met Dave Jordan with John down in Los Angeles about over 4 years ago, the most important thing that I got out of it was he told me, you know, when the time is right for you, Dr. Chi, give me a chance to show you what Melendez is all about. And I can tell you this, I've been with this company for 3 years. He has proven that he speaks his word and he puts it into action. And so, you know, our company is approaching $250 million in revenue in the last 7 years. And it is incredible to see that growth. And we did about $95 million in 2019. Even in 2020, the company did very, very well. And the best part, you know, we're debt free. We're debt free and we're unsaturated, right? We're unsaturated. So think about this. I mean, who here have tried some crazy weight loss programs and spent a lot of money, right? A lot of money. And I can tell you, I have never tried it, okay? But I know that it's very costly and it's very complicated. Imagine trying to cook a meal, try to prepare your weight loss program meal, and then you got to deal with the meal for your family members, a separate meal. And all the craziness, and then the compliance of it. I mean, how many people will stick to that program for many years? It's not going to happen that way, right? The key is to maintain the weight loss, right? Not just to lose the weight and then gain it back. It's like gym memberships, right? It's a simple idea of it, but I get patients all the time. Can you please give me a letter so I can get out of my gym membership? I said, nope, sorry. You signed up for it. You got to stick it through. Either you waste your money or you make it, take benefit of it, right? So that's the issue with these programs. And you know what, our coffee, you know, this was launched in 2020 and it'll be actually a little bit before that. And it's one of the most incredible coffee, but you know what's incredible? The whole idea of coffee, right? It's you know, literally over 2 billion cups of coffee are consumed throughout the world. 2 billion. Coffee is the second most consumed beverage in the world and second most traded to oil. And so the simplicity of this is all you gotta do is just educate people to change the brand of their coffee to our brand, and they will see results. Obviously, you know, individual results varies from individual, but I'm confident that people will see results. We have 5 amazing coffees for everybody to choose from based on your taste buds, based on, you know, how bitter you want this and that. But we have 5 coffees available, and that's our entire lineup in terms of coffee. But you know, we have this, the Melendez Perk. This is a product where for non-coffee drinkers, where it is actually the capsule is vegan, is non-GMO, sugar-free, all that. It's all veggie, okay? But the powerful thing is the ingredient's gonna help you increase the thermogenic burning process to burn away your fat, give you more energy. It's gonna boost your weight loss potential for non-coffee drink. A lot of people drink this with their coffee, with their Cocos, whatever, it doesn't matter. This is an option alternative for everybody. And then we have, you know, a vast variety of products. And so a lot of people think that we are a coffee company, but we're not. We are a health and wellness company. We have made over 30 products, and you can hear from some special individuals who's going to share with you some details on some brand new stuff that's already here and that's coming in as well. And it's all about helping people have some healthy changes. This is incredible. The NCD, that's going to be being redone. And I'll tell you this is all about whole body detox, right? I mean, whole body detox, zeolite, look up zeolite, how important this ingredient is for us to detox our body from all the toxins that we get through water, we get through our meals, we get through breathing air. The air is toxic on this planet, and it gives your body a chance to detox itself. And then we have this incredible detox tea. I mean, I've never seen something, this is a delicious tea. I get to use it at nighttime. I make it hot. Sometimes I add immune boost to it, or even tropical blast or other things to it, and have a juice. And this is incredible for a digestion detox. Okay, your digestive tract needs this, and we've talked about gut health. And again, we're gonna hear from some people, like I said before, right now, it's some incredible stuff on something much more in the line of this, but even beyond that. Prevail energy drink. We have some incredible energy drinks you could use along with E3, as well as a brand new energy drink. And again, all natural, right? All natural, and then immune boost. How many of you agree with me that your immune system is the most important thing? And immune strength and health is so crucial in terms of staying healthy, right? That's the key. And we have a lot of immune boosting products. We have the NCD, which should be available in the US soon as well. It has, you know, vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. This is from the UK market. It's coming here as well. That's another immune boost product. And we have this. This is one of my favorite and the first product I use every morning because it increases the efficiency of how our body delivers all the other nutrients. Imagine that, okay? I do about 10 sprays. I don't follow the direction. Direction says about 4 to 5 sprays. I do 10 sprays 4 times a day. But it really, really helps you. It's going to increase your blood flow, increase your absorption, increase your energy and your focus, okay? And so that's a very, very powerful product. And then we have the More Detox, another detoxing product, right? This is a whole body detox. It's a vegan formulation. It has charcoal, right? Activated charcoal from the shell of a coconut. Charcoal has been used for a long time in the medical industry, you know, for people who overdose on drugs, right? And we pump them with charcoals when they enter the hospitals. We have it here. It's going to absorb all the toxins and all the bad stuff, okay, into your body, and also has an incredible carbon-60. It's a super antioxidant, 172 times more powerful than vitamin C. That's an incredible antioxidant. Look that up on Google, and you'd be like so blown away by what it does and what it's been what carbon-60 does for people. Okay, but overall, this is a whole body detox. It will also replenish your body with nutrients, and the best part is odorless and tasteless. It is black water, but there is no flavor to it at all whatsoever, and you will not smell a thing. It's really, really good. It does enhance the flavor of your water, okay? And helps with stomach acid challenges, for example. And this, one of the most powerful things I've ever seen in being a part of this industry of the supplement world, Emulin. I mean, Emulin is a natural plant flavonoid. It has the natural plant flavonoids we need in our body, but we don't get it because we're eating processed food for over 50 plus years. All that is bleached out, all that is processed, removed, and we lack that. That's why people have issues. But with, Dr. Joseph Aaron created this, and he was nominated for the Nobel Prize for this. He was nominated twice for the Nobel Prize, one for the Ebola virus research, and the second one's for Emulin, which is really incredible. If you tell me about this, if you try to pique my interest on this, Emulin, and you tell me Nobel Prize nomination, I said, where do I get it? Because of the understanding of the process of how you get the Nobel Prize nomination, right? They do a lot of research. They dig deep into what it is. And so that committee did their job in terms of that. That's why they give the nomination. But even beyond that, this product is now BSCG certified, which is Banned Substance Control Group. This is huge. This is one of the highest certification possible for any dietary supplements. What that means is the athletes of the world, they follow BSCG. They follow BSCG. That's where they find what they look for, so they are safe to take it. And guess what? Therefore, our Emulin is certified. Therefore, each and every one of us and the entire world population can take it without feeling that there is drugs in there, for example. We don't have to work with that anymore. We have that certification. And that's a very, very, very high, powerful, very incredible certification. So what I'm going to do at this point in time is, I want to bring on board somebody who's, my mentor, but more importantly, he's my friend. I've known him for over 8 years and beyond the world of Melendez, and we have a great relationship. And when he left our other company for Melendez, we remained very, very close friends. And I saw what's happening in Melendez, and we always communicate. And when the time was right, he says, "Come on over here." And I think you have the right place. I think the culture here is amazing. And what attracted me was this, in my other company, we were in people's homes every night doing presentations, right? And I remember, this gentleman telling me that, in our company, Melendez, we don't do home meetings, we do webinars. I was just blown away. I was like, how can that be? How can you have this much success by doing webinars? Well, guess what? I came on board, and look what we're doing. We're doing a bunch of webinars for the last 3 years, and that's how we have the success, because the platform of technology is just incredible, right? No one knew about Zoom until last year, right? Now the whole world knows about Zoom. So without further ado, I want to bring on board an incredible individual. Again, our mentor, our master distributor, our top ranked person, Crown Ambassador, John Haremza.
Okay, well, how's everyone doing this afternoon? Or is it this afternoon? This morning yet. Super excited to be here. First off, I want to thank Dr. Chi for his presentation, for all that he does for everybody in the company. He is truly a heartfelt leader. It doesn't matter whose organization, as he had mentioned, he's here to support and to help everybody in the company, and it's just an incredible individual. So thank you. I also want to thank all of you who've traveled in here. How many people are actually from the Las Vegas area in here? Okay, just about 10 of you. Okay, everybody else is from out of town, and I know a lot of new faces here. That is super exciting, and many of you I'm getting to meet for the very first time. We're having a reception at my home this evening, and so you're all invited. We'll get you information. If you can carpool, because parking is limited, so if there's a way you can kind of group together to make your way over there, and we'll get you the gate code, and we'll get you the address and everything. Through Tim or through the Loomers or through Greg or whatever, we'll get you that information so you can make it over there. One other quick question. How many of you are guests that are not yet a part of Melendez? Okay, so there are a few. Okay, you're just looking. Because one of the things, and I want to talk to you as well, but majority are distributors, and one of the things that I tell people is that, network marketing, this business is nothing more than another form of distribution. But one of the key things is everything we do in this business sets an example of what other people think they have to do. Okay, and so part of what we're doing here today, giving you an overview of Valentis, most of you have already got an overview before, but we want to give you an overview, and I want to share my portion really as information, but also as an example of how you can also communicate the message, because we're here for products, right? I mean, I know that all of you are passionate about the products, especially the products that Sean and Ty have brought here, and but understanding this vehicle and how this vehicle can help you reach more people, right? The power of this vehicle can help you reach more people. And I remember back in my previous company, working with this doctor, and you just didn't want anything to do with network marketing. I just want nothing to do with network marketing. And I'm like, you know, I understand that. What is your goal? My goal is just to help a lot of people. I love the product, want to help as many people as possible. And I said, that's fantastic. I said, that's great, very noble. Can I give you some advice on how you might be able to do that? And he says, sure. And I says, let's talk about the business. And he says, you didn't hear me. I don't want to do the business. All I want to do is help people. And I says, that's fantastic. Let's talk about the business. And he says, you didn't understand me. And I says, no, you didn't understand me. How many people can you reach in your practice? I says, I reach thousands and thousands of people every day by the leverage of the business. Right? And that's one of the things I want you to understand is the power of this vehicle and the ability to reach people, right? Because by yourself, you can only reach a few, but with an army, you can reach tens of thousands of people. And so if your mission truly is to reach a lot of people and really educate people on this product, I want you to pay attention to the business, because that is the vehicle that can reach an army. You can only do so much by yourself. Right? And so that's one of the things I want you to understand. And the bottom line is, guys, people need this vehicle as well. Am I going back? I'm going backwards. And Jen talked about this. People need what we have. I mean, everyone wants more money. Anybody here ever heard of Zig Ziglar? Yeah, Zig Ziglar says if you find somebody that says they don't need any more money, he says they'll lie about other things too, right? I mean, everyone needs more money. I don't care how much you got, a little more would be better, right? I mean, because money can help people. Better health, everybody wants better health. And I think, you got an overview of some of our products here, brief one. But you're going to hear from the Loomers, you're going to hear from Dr. Tim, and we're going to get, we're all here to get educated. I mean, that's what I'm excited about, to get through my part so we can listen to the Loomers, and we can listen to Tim and learn about what the products are all about. But the other thing is time freedom. I mean, this is something that is precious that most people don't have in their life. I mean, they're living a life of quiet desperation, right? I mean, they hate their job, they hate their boss. Somebody else is in control of their life and their time, and the freedom that can come from leverage, the freedom that can come from building this type of business. Because most people work what we call linear income. Okay, what is linear income? It means when you stop working, you stop getting paid. It's a job, right? Leveraged income, residual income, is where you can actually remove yourself from the day-to-day activity it takes to generate an income. I mean, if you don't decide to do anything today, you still get paid, right? I mean, that's kind of an exciting concept. Through the leverage, through the consumption network that you can build here, you can actually create real, true time freedom, which is a very powerful thing to enjoy your life. And bottom line is, I mean, 96% of people out there are laying awake at night. I mean, they're worrying about their health, they're worrying about their finances, they don't know what to do or where to turn. And we have products, we have a vehicle that can give them hope. And what's that saying? When you can give someone hope in the future, there's power in the present. Now, I want to talk again about this industry of networking, right? Because it is an incredibly powerful industry. It's been around for 70 plus years. This is a little bit outdated. Actually, over 200 or close to $200 billion worth of products, goods, and services are marketed through the vehicle of network marketing. And if you don't really understand it, it's nothing more than another form of distribution. And to better understand it, we will look at traditional distribution. Right? Retail. You think of a store and you look at the products sitting on the shelves of that store and understand that about 50% of the cost of a product sitting on a shelf within a store is advertising,
paying actors and athletes in high budget advertising campaigns, literally hundreds of millions of dollars to get you to come into that store and pick it off the shelf. And it's not just in stores. In our today's world, the internet, through traditional internet marketing, what are they doing? They're paying influencers. The actors and the athletes, the influencers. If you're familiar with The Rock, they say he gets $1 million for an Instagram post. Yep. He gets paid $1 million to make a post on Instagram about a product. Well, where does that $1 million come from? It comes from the cost of the product, right? So in network marketing, in this vehicle, we spend zero on advertising. Because people say, how is it possible to make this kind of money? Because we're not paying Tiger Woods. We're not paying the actors, the athletes, the high budget advertising campaigns, and the influencers. We're paying you. That 50% goes to you, real people with real results. But one of the other things that's important about this vehicle is you're almost always going to find a higher quality of product. Because think about this. If you look at traditional business, retail, it's very price-driven business model. And if you're going to compete with price, what gets sacrificed? Quality, right? Network marketing is what? It is a results-driven business model. And so if your success depends on results, what do you have to have? You have to have a quality product. You'll almost always find a higher quality of product in this method of distribution. So here's the bottom line, guys. I am absolutely sold. This is a better way. Network marketing is a better way to bring a product to a consumer. It is a better way to live, right? And what it also does is it gives you, it gives me, it gives the everyday person an opportunity to truly have an extraordinary life, right? I mean, I look at myself, I was a blue collar worker, high school education, learning disability, making $9 an hour, living in a small town in Minnesota. I was living in a trailer house. I made millions and millions of dollars here. And I don't know where in the world I could have ever done that. Yes, some businesses can do it, but who has, hundreds of thousands of dollars to start a business? I mean, literally for a few $100s, you can build a global, worldwide empire by helping other people learn about what it is that we have. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and move on here. I want to talk about timing. If you look at anyone who has ever made a lot of money in their life, timing had something to do with it. To get involved in something before the whole world has heard about it and being part of helping the world learn about it. I mean, that's really the short of it. But every company tells you the timing's perfect. What I want to do is I want to help you understand a little bit of how timing works. Okay, why it works the way it works, and what real timing, good timing really is. Because again, every company will tell you the timing's perfect, but timing truly is a factor of numbers. And to do this, I want to give you I'll give you an analogy of fishing. Okay, how many people fish or at least understand the concept, right? So imagine you love fishing, and I talk to you about an incredible new spot to go fishing. Nobody's ever fished there. It's going to be unbelievable, right? I mean, we're going to kill them. And you get excited about that opportunity or that concept. And so we go fishing and there's no fish biting and the weather's miserable, right? It's not what I told you it was going to be, right? It's no fun. I just want to go home. This isn't what I thought it was going to be. That's kind of like being involved in a startup company. It's all based on what could happen, right? It just very seldom ever does happen. That's a startup company. The risk is incredibly high. The body count is incredibly high. When a company hits about $2 million in monthly volume, something magical happens. It's almost as if the fish start biting, right? The weather clears. It's enjoying. You're saying, hey, this is fun. I'm catching some fish. This is great, right? The reason is evidence, right? At $2 million a month, there's enough product distribution where there's stories, right? Testimonials. We're going to hear some of those today. There's income validation. People are earning money. It's not about, is it going to happen? It is beginning to happen. And as a company grows, the fishing per se gets better and better and better. When a company hits about $10 million a month in sales, it's like the fish are jumping in the boat. I mean, there is so much evidence, there is so much proof that the masses begin to pour in. It's when we do another meeting here in Las Vegas, barring the COVID issues over, and I mean, we're packing the house. We got hundreds and hundreds of people. I mean, unbelievable success in documentation. All you have to do is just come in the room and you're like blown away. This is unbelievable, right? I got to do this. That's what I call critical mass. Very exciting time to be with a company, okay? You can come in and you can make money faster than, you can make money in that window faster than you can in this window right now. But where is the really big money made? In what I call the sweet spot, okay? Right between this 2 and 10 million. Why? Because if you do and understand this, right? If you do this and understand this, the timing of where we are, and you do a good job of fishing per se, prospecting, building your organization, when we hit that critical mass window, you're not standing there with one fishing pole saying this is the most incredible fishing you've ever had. No, if you build a business in this window we have now, you're driving the boat and you're dragging 10 miles a net. You've got 1,000, 5,000 people fishing out of your boat. The key to creating incredible income within this industry, yes, it can happen quickly here in critical mass, but if you build an organization in this sweet spot, when it hits that critical mass window, you explode. So where are we as a company here in North America? We're not quite to the middle of that sweet spot. In Europe, around the same, and in Asia, we're just getting started. We could, as a company, possibly simultaneously move through this sweet spot and hit that critical mass window in 2 to 3 regions in the world. And if that happens, we could be, absolutely the talk of the, it sends chills down my spine just thinking about the power of what we have here, okay? If this happens, and you can be a part of that. And how do you become a part of it? By sharing your belief, by sharing your passion, by sharing what this company and these products, and yes, this opportunity is all about, and how sharing the opportunity can get you to reach more people, to build an enormous business. So compensation plan, I'm just going to touch briefly on that. There's that 50%, because every company also tells you what? They tell you that they have the best, they have the most lucrative compensation plan out there. And the reality of it is, guys, is every company has about the same money to pay out. It's somewhere between 40 and 50%. So know this, we do pay out at the high end of that at 50%. The real question you should be asking is who gets the money and what do you have to do to get it, right? And that's where our plan really excels, because what we don't have is all the hurdles and the hoops and the structure requirements that keep people from accessing the compensation plan, or they're filling their garage up trying to stay active or involved, right? That just doesn't happen in Melendez. So let me break this down. There's 7 profit centers in our company. We have this retail actually we just introduced a new customer program that puts that retail profit, not actually retail, even it's customer profit. Just selling to customers at member pricing, you can make between 30 and 35%. Okay, every single month, month over month on that customer. So I need to change that. If you buy the inventory in a quantity in a business pack or a career pack, it brings that earnings up over 50%. Okay, buying wholesale and selling, buying wholesale and selling wholesale. And then, we have a fast start bonus when the new member wants to join you. A legacy bonus, which is a coded bonus, the binary, which is the monthly commissions or the weekly residual or monthly consumption of the plan, 7th generation matching check, global bowl, car bonus. It gets overwhelming. What I want to do is I want to conceptually help you understand how the money flows. And to do that, I'm going to break it into basically 4 profit centers. Okay. And again, I need to change this slide. The first one I call immediate income. What is immediate income? Immediate income in my mind is something you're in control of. It's something you do and you get paid. So what do? We talk to people about the products and we get paid, for our efforts of doing that. Talk to more people, make more money. And again, that needs to be updated. It's about 35%. We get paid when we involve other people in our business. Somebody says, I want to do that too, right? You can make up to $200 when somebody says, yes, I want to do that too. So immediate income, you're in control. It's something you sell a product or you involve somebody new in your business. The next way is leveraged income. Okay, leveraged income is when other people start bringing people into the business. You're leveraging someone else's efforts to grow your business. Now, how does that work? Okay, think about Probably 95% of the people do our business part-time, okay? So the average person, let's say, puts an hour a day talking to people about Melendez, about these products, about what this is all about. Let's say an hour a day. So let's say here you are, you put an hour a day in. And over the course of time, you find 3 people likewise willing to put an hour a day in. What just happened? You've just created leverage. Your hour plus 3 other people committing an hour, you've now got 4 hours going into a day. Well, those 3 each do the same thing over the course of time. Let's say they each find 3, that's 9 more people. Everyone just puts an hour a day in. Okay, that's now a 13-hour day. That's a pretty big day, right? Well, those 9 each find 3, that's 27 more people. Everybody just puts an hour a day in, okay? If you add that up, that's a 40-hour day. Not a 40-hour week, right? We're accustomed to that, but a 40-hour day. See, now you can begin to understand how business owners make fortunes because they're leveraging the efforts of all their employees. You know, I remember when I first got involved in this industry, and I was working at a factory, and one of my coworkers, you know, said to me, John, you know, the problem I have with this whole network marketing thing is the fact somebody's going to make money off me. And I stopped for a minute, and I looked around, and I says, you know, I looked around at all the other employees at the factory, and I says, you know what, I don't think they're losing money on us, right? I mean, if they're employing us for $9 an hour, they're probably making $20 an hour on us. Does that make sense? You don't get employed to lose money, you employ people to make money. You see, I mean, think about this. Every time, isn't it reasonable to understand that every time you spend money, someone else is making money? Okay, I mean, I don't care if you fill your car up with gas, you go buy your groceries, you pay your cable bill. Every time you spend money, someone else is making money. This is an interesting statistic. 97% of the wealth in this country, in this world, is controlled by 3% of the population. Those are the 3% that we're spending our money with, okay? And the 97 have no opportunity to get into that 3%. This vehicle, okay, gives you the opportunity to participate in leverage, to enter to that realm of earning income off the efforts of other people, right? Empowering other people. The everyday person does not have that opportunity in their job, in their life. Okay, if you understand the power of leverage, and this is only, I mean, we pay to infinity. Thousands of hours of effort can go into your business if you understand that. Then we have the residual income. Again, this is the monthly consumption through the binary, the 20% that you earn on your weaker leg on all that monthly consumption, and also the matching check. I qualify as part of the residual part of the plan. And then, of course, the car bonus. So, can you do this? You know, I tell people you've learned everything you need to know about network marketing in kindergarten. It's called show and tell. We tell stories about our company, about our products, about what's happened to us and what's happened to others. And, you know, to even break it down further than that, have you ever, okay, because people say, I can't sell, I can't get involved. This isn't about selling. This is about sharing. Okay, that's what we just like you tell somebody about a great movie or a great restaurant. Have you ever done that before? We've all done it, right? Do you think your excitement towards a movie, towards a restaurant, possibly influenced someone else to go eat there or to go see the movie? Absolutely, we've done that, but we've not got paid for it. Well, that's what we do here. If you can share your excitement, your belief, what you know, the impact of these products and this business can do for others, you can build a business. It's not about selling, it's about sharing something you truly are excited about and truly believe in, just like that restaurant or that movie that influences others to want to look and learn. We have this Share Melendez app, which is now free for everyone, If you ever, wonder, well, where do I find this? Or where do I go to get this? Or where do I find that video? It's one stop. Everything is in our Melendez app, right? If you don't want to use an app, there's a desktop version. You can access it through your computer and you can send, it's all notification driven. So, building beliefs, sending video, sending audio, sending brochures, sending testimonials, all of that is in one place that you can find it and use that to share with other people. Okay, I just want to touch on this too, the options in getting started. Okay, you can stick your toe in the water. There's a one-time membership fee of $20, and then you can just choose whatever pack you want. You can buy one product for $59. You can get a little better value and get 3 products for $145. The advanced pack, a little better value again, which is $239. And then we have the business pack and the career pack. If you're looking to do this from a business standpoint, this is what I really recommend, okay? And there's really 5 reasons I do so. Number 1 is everything we do, I started out that way. Everything we do sets an example of what others think they have to do. When you sit down across somebody, they're gonna say, this looks really good. What did you do to get started? And you have to tell them. And so you have the ability to set the pace, set the example on how others are going to follow. It's hard to get somebody to do something you haven't done yourself. That's the bottom line. Having some product on hand to use, to sample, to sell, to get to other people is always a good idea. It's a better value. Interesting enough, the 1-box order is the most expensive way to get started. The 1-box order is the most expensive way to get started. Why? Because you're paying $59 per unit, right? If you join with the business pack, it's $36. The career pack is $33, right? So if you're paying less for the product, what does that mean? Your earning potential is much more, right? And so that's important. It demonstrates commitment. I think that's also an important element. It maximizes your earnings. By joining us with a business pack, you automatically become a Ruby in our compensation plan. Okay, now as long as you maintain your monthly order of 100 points, you're going to maintain that status, right? So if you stop doing your 100-point order, then you're going to lose the status. But as long as you maintain that 100-point order, you're going to maintain that Ruby status. And the benefits of that are you go from making 5% in the binary to 20%. Okay, on the binary, the residual part of the plan locks you in at 20%. You have to do it to become legacy qualified, and you automatically get locked into a 4 and a 5 level matching check, which that's a really powerful part of the plan. So last question, and I'll turn it over to Greg, is do you want to do this? Well, we have fun, you know, maybe lose some weight, improve your overall health and well-being, make some additional money. Guys, that's kind of the worst case scenario. I mean, should you say yes to this? That's the worst case scenario. But what has driven me in my life are the what ifs in life. Some people, what if it doesn't work? I'm like, what if it does? I mean, what if I could make an extra $500 a month without giving up the security of my full-time job, help other people along the way? What if that's all that happened? I mean, what if it turned into 2,000? What if it turned into, you know, some serious income, some full-time income, or some dream income, the ability to work from home, own your life, personal development, you know, tax advantages. Literally everything you do becomes deductible. Okay, and I've tested this because I've been audited. And, you know, I was aggressive, you know, in my deduction. By the way, is there any auditors in here? Okay, and this is a true story. I was audited and I deducted both of my vehicles 100%. And the auditor really struggled with this. He says, I just don't buy it. I mean, you must have went to church on Sunday. And I said, sure, but I prayed for new distributors. So recognition, you know, that's, I mean, most people in their jobs, about the only time they get recognized is, you know, when they mess up. I mean, to be able to be in something where people truly value you, appreciate you, listen to you, and want to help you, it's a refreshing concept, okay? And that's what we have here in Melendez. So listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over to one of our brand new diamonds, Greg Sarlo, from the Arizona area, from Phoenix. And I've gotten to know him over the last several months, just an incredible, incredible individual. And just, you know, again, just a heartfelt leader, incredibly sharp, powerful person here to train us here a little bit today, and what you're doing and how you, you know, what's your background and your story and stuff. So Greg, if I turn it over to you.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Awesome. Am I in the camera now? Okay. Well, good morning. Good morning. Let's give it back to Mr. John Haremza. Let's give him a round of applause. So we got a lot of exciting information today. I get the privilege to share the stage with some massive, massive leadership. And just in this room, you know, the belief level for some of you today, I think will skyrocket, because I spent a little bit of time with some of the leaders last week in South Dakota. And I can tell you the caliber here is second to none. So super excited. What I can tell you about the industry, though, is it's completely changed my life. About 10 years ago, I came into a room just like this. It was a Thursday night, super reluctant. And how many of you remember your first time looking at a business presentation? You know, were you there on purpose, or did you get drugged there? So I was there on purpose, but I was very reluctant because I just had an idea of the way life should have been. You know, I went to school, got good grades, got a job, worked for a company called Intel. That was supposed to be my end all. And the rug got swept out from underneath me. And, you know, I got forced to look at this industry. Thankfully, you know, I surrounded myself with some pretty successful and some sharp people, and I was mentored by some really good people in the industry. And my belief went from, you know, borrowing it from somebody, which is what I will encourage you to do if you're just getting involved, to that organic belief. And let me tell you how that happened, is I just took the chance. You know, I knew that if I didn't do something different, I was going to get the same results. How many of you heard that quote? The definition of insanity is doing what? The same thing over and over and over again, you're going to get the same results. So I knew that for myself and my family, if I wanted to do something different, I needed to do something unique. And the people that were in that room were no different than me. They were no different than you and I. And I said, you know, I'm going to give this thing a shot. And then what happened? It started to work. You know, it started to work. A couple $100 a month. That was the first logical thought in my head. If I can just make a couple $100 a month, that would save me from working 2, sometimes 3 jobs. Anybody work more than 2 jobs at once? Oh my goodness. Fun, right? Good times, good times. So when I first looked at the industry, that's all I had was about an hour a day. I was working 3 jobs at the time when I first looked at this industry. And I was able to break away from that, earn some incredible income. We've done some incredible things, but it takes a few things. And I think it starts here. This industry, 100% in my opinion, and I think the leaders would agree with this, it starts with belief. But I truly think for you really to have success, it has to be organic belief that comes from within. And that's why I have this quote up here. Have you heard this quote from Napoleon Hill? Whatever the mind can conceive or believe, it can achieve. It's very, very important. Belief is a very, very strong factor in our business. So if right now you don't maybe believe in yourself, you can't look within, look at the people we introduced you to this morning. Look at the room. There are some very successful and powerful people, and I can tell you, they may be a little different, but their desires are the same. Everybody wants the same things. They want their family to be healthy. They want to have more money. They want time freedom. It's the same stuff. It's the same conversation. Every single person has the same opportunity here. So if you look at some of the stuff here, here's some of the things that, you know, I jotted down just for some bullet points. What is it going to take to be successful? What's going to develop a bulletproof mindset here? So fixed mindset, you know, when challenges arise, what do most people do when they're in a fixed mindset? When something happens, they go negative on you. So when you have more of an abundant mindset or a growth mindset, you see those challenges as opportunities for growth. Can anybody agree with that? Yeah. Can you think of a couple times where things aren't maybe going right, but if you stop and you pause and you look at that situation, you can say, hey, what can I learn from this? And that's important. Learn from your struggles, learn from your challenges. I'll save you guys some details, but you know, 2020, how many of you 2020 was a little bit crazy? You had some challenges. It completely knocked me on my butt. But guess what? I wasn't going to sit back and say this defeated me. I was going to use that as a reason to build and develop my story. It's all part of the book, right? Another chapter in your story. Fixed mindset. You only have certain skills at birth, and that's it. How many of you think that leaders are born? Okay. How many of you think leaders are developed? I think it's a little bit of both. And in my opinion, I think that we all have the skills and the ability. And I think that God put us on this earth to do greater things than just to go to work and to pay bills. How many of you agree with that? But you have to make that decision. It has to be a decision. It has to come from within. You have to have that grit. And I'll talk about some things that have some qualities that I think you need. But, you know, if you can learn any skill and know that you can fail anyway and you can continue to learn. So how many of you remember the first day of, who's working a job here still? And then Dr. Chi, how long were you in school, Dr. Chi, to get your degree? Too long. So when you first started in your practice, you're practicing, right? How long did it take for you to feel comfortable and confident? A while. So my point with this is you can learn new things, and it's okay not to be great at something right away, but you have to start in order to be great. See, you got to love to be around others who are exceeding. And that's key. You got to look at other people. How loud you're clapping for other people that are succeeding is really going to showcase the success that people are going to kind of clap for you. You want to look at other people and get excited about their success. Try not to look at them and say, why not me? Why not me? Because you spend time there, that's not really a good place. And really, what is it you want to focus on in order to have the right skill sets here? Commitment. It's really some fundamental things. It's core fundamentals. Can you notice something in common here, right here? You want to know something right here? All of these, we all can control. Can we control our level of consistency? Yep. Commitment. Yep. What about our work ethic? Of course. Right? Integrity? Absolutely. These are all things that we can control. Coachability, right? Who's coachable? Raise your hand. Who's not raising their hand? Not coachable. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Persistence. It's going to take persistence. You're going to have to figure out what it is that you want. Obviously, you got to make a decision, decide where you want to go, where you want to be, and focus on just being committed to your commitments. It doesn't have to be 10 hours a day. Like I said, when I first got started in the industry, I had 30 minutes for a lunch break. Guess I was making phone calls. You know, I'd get off of work for one job and I would change and I would get to a Starbucks and I'd be sitting down doing presentations. You know, the beauty of Melendez is we've got a plug and play system. It's almost too easy. But guess what? Things that are easy to do are also what? Easy not to do, right? So, some things that you need to think about. This is not a get rich quick. This is a get rich slow. For some people, it's a get rich fast, but it's better than a what? A get rich never. If you continue to do what you're doing at your job, will you retire with your dream lifestyle? And that's a question that you answer yourself. But for me, and usually the rooms that I've ever spoke at, that's a no. Most people don't have what they want through their current 9 to 5. That's why we're looking elsewhere. We're looking outside to help build that. But no, it's going to be a 3 to 5 year commitment. It's going to take time. Things that we want in life that are good are going to take time. How long does it take to get a degree? Dr. G, how about you, Jen? How long did it take to get your registered nurse degree?
4 years.
4 years, okay. Anybody else got a big degree in here? Senator Linda, how long did it take for you to get on the Senate there, AZ?
I was in the House 8 years and then 8 but I was fortunate. I won my first election.
Okay.
So, but it cost more than what I earned.
But you got a good title. Absolutely.
And then there's that part.
And then there's that part, right? So look, you got to treat this business like a multi-million-dollar business. If you come in here and you treat it like it's $20 business, you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. Some hobbies in here. I know, Eric, you got some hobbies. How's fixing cars? That costs a little bit of money fixing up cars, right? So you treat it like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. And understand there's going to be ups and downs in your business. You just got to keep that bar down. Got to keep it even keeled. Don't get too excited. You know, you got somebody that's like, oh my gosh, I got a big player. I got somebody that's looking at my business. This could be huge. You know, I've got a coffee shop looking to order a bunch of stuff. They said no, all the way down. Now your life's over. Your business is not going to grow again. It's really not like that. But sometimes, you know, how many of you feel like that from day to day? Sometimes it's minute by minute. But you have your end in mind, your end goal in mind. Just keep the bar down. Understand the emotional roller coaster is going to be real in anything that we do. Who had a good day this week? Anybody have a good day? Anybody have a not so good day, a challenging day? I say not a good day, I say challenging. Ups and downs, ebbs and flows of life. It's normal. Mindset for you. What's going to make you cry? That's what we got to figure out. And that's what you got to figure out on your own. Sit down with your mentor who brought you into the business. We always say it's a little cliche. You know, your why's got to make you cry. But I really need you to get this concept. And if you've been in for a little while, sometimes it's good to reevaluate where you're at and where you really want to go, because things are going to change. Why I got started in business 8-9 years ago is a little bit different why I'm continuing to do the business today. Does that make sense? So understanding what's going to be the driving force to help get you out of bed every day, to get you past a no, to get you past a no-show, to get you past people that maybe don't believe in what you do. Here's what I know. You buy somebody's opinions, you buy their lifestyle. I never take advice from somebody I would not trade bank accounts with. Makes sense? So what does it mean to you? Is it no longer a slave, having the debt freedom? What does it look like to you? You know, for me, it was just being able to wake up when I was done sleeping. We're going to throw that alarm clock away. You know, I didn't want for a boss or a company owner to tell me, when I could go to lunch. How did you know I was hungry yet? I'll go to lunch when I'm ready. Thank you. Quality time with your family and friends. This is a big one. How many of you like to spend more time with your family? I mean, legitimately. I'm going to bring up some people here in a moment. They're going to share with you their quick testimonials on what this industry's done for them. And there's some big stuff that's happened. All of this is possible. You just have to make that decision. Maybe a new home, retirement, cushioning your retirement, maybe funding your kids' college. There's a lot of things that we could do in this industry. It's really limitless. Understand that success is neither magical or mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying the basic fundamentals. That's Jim Rohn. You want me to tell you what success feels like in this industry? Boring at first? It's boring. It's doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And I think the problem with this industry and the mindset of some people is they want it to be something harder. They expect it to be harder. It's very simple. It's doing the same thing over and over again. So we only have to get good at doing a few things. A handful of things can make you very wealthy in this industry. The crazy story I just heard, Jen Melendez, she's amazing. Who thinks Jen Melendez is amazing? She's amazing. I don't know what position you said, but she didn't do a webinar until how long? Long time. She's made a lot of money in this company. This is her first company, no network marketing experience. She just plugged people into the system. How many of you can just plug people, share something from your app, and understand that you can have success if you follow up, you stay committed, coachable, and consistent? That's all it takes. Now, with that being said, I want to give you some mindset, direct mindset. I want you to see the power of the people that we have here at Melendez right here. And we're going to hear from a couple of them. But if you're a diamond or above, would you please come to the front of the room? I know I only told a couple of you, I apologize. But if you're a diamond or above, would you please, let's give them a round of applause as they do so. Let's come stand up here. Let's do a testimonial. Awesome. Now, I don't know how much talk about money we're ethically allowed to do. I spent some time with May and her husband. I asked her what her biggest check in this company was, and I almost fell out of my chair. But you're looking at a lot of success here. Some very quickly, some have been in just a month or so. But I'm going to pass this mic around, and you guys, each of you can just kind of take a moment, share your story. If you've been in here, Melendez, and you feel like Melendez has done something to change or impact your life, share that as well.
Oh my goodness, my heart is just racing with so many things. I love Melendez. I've been in just over a month, and I don't know what works for me to say or not, but in my first month, I made almost $10,000 and hit diamond. That's not even counting my diamond money. Like, I'm so excited, but what I'm so passionate about is the opportunity to help other people. There are 8 different streams of income in this company, 8 different ways. Like, there's a place for everyone, and it doesn't matter who you are or what your background is. You can have success in this company. And oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Everybody has an opportunity to learn and to grow, and we work together as a team, but the money's there and everyone can have success. I'm so excited. I keep going.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Judy. You know, I heard Judy's story in the Zoom, and I am just so proud of her. But I want to, where's my husband? You have to come here, because it was really a very, family success for us. This is my husband, Dario. He doesn't really talk in front of many people, but now he will. But you know, I am just so passionate and very, very excited to share this amazing vehicle to every one of you. So not just me who can go to my dream destination, but I want to bring a lot of people. I want to pack this vehicle with me, because you know what? 2.5 years ago, I was introduced to this industry by Dr. Nguyen with 0 skills, 0 experience, 0 knowledge. I don't even know what network marketing is. And you know, I believed in the product and the opportunity, because I borrowed belief. I did that, Greg. And when I saw John Haremza's YouTube video about his life, and I said, if this person did it, I can as well. And I had that belief in myself. So to cut the long story short, you know, from zero to hero, that's what they said. In 18 months, I achieved the second highest rank in this company. Never in my wildest imagination, I thought I could earn 7 figures in 1 year. And I am so proud of that because it's a reflection of how many lives I've touched globally. And my husband, you know, come here. He is actually a blue diamond in the company. And you know, most people are saying like, oh, it's Jen Melendez's husband, but no, I'm just so proud of him because he really have a big team in the Philippines. You share about that.
Oh my God. I have no choice but I have to talk. Yeah, my name is Dario Melendez. I'm actually best known as Jen's husband. I'll take that. Anyway, I actually just want to share the story of my cousin in the Philippines, which is a public teacher. And I don't know if everybody knows, but they only make about $300 a month. And that's, for them, it's already huge. But since we introduced this opportunity to her, she earned millions. And she changed her life. She bought like cars that she'd never owned before. And it really changed her life. And she actually lost about 40 pounds as well. So she was, you know, heavy, and now we're not stopping. We're changing more lives, you know, globally, and you know, we're going to the top.
Yeah. So those stories, you know, that's really the fuels us. You know, because of that, we're really passionate to touch a lot of people's lives. And I am very, very proud of my husband. And you know, I really forgot what to say, but anyways, we will continue to do this. You know, if you are just, you know, like a guest here, just like what Greg said, nothing will change if you don't change anything. So grab this amazing opportunity. I always say this: trust your gut. You know, trust your gut, and just close your eyes and, you know, take that leap of faith, because this amazing opportunity might change your life. So just like it changed mine. Thank you all so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Julie Minsavang, and I am from Bellevue, Washington. So I started over 2 years ago as well. Of course, thank you to Dr. Chi. It was a blessing for me and my family as well. My goal in the beginning was just to lose weight. I didn't think about the business, but I did see the value of the package at that time as a Ruby. So I took advantage of it, but not thinking about doing the business, but I got more for that package, that's all. But then when I drink it, and I remember that, you know, I lost over 11 pounds. And that's when I see the value of the benefit of weight loss. And then not only that, just the health and everything else got me into it. And I got so excited. I went to share over in my country from Laos at that moment. I see a lot of value on each person as well. Weight loss, headaches gone. Somebody got hungover back in the country. All they do is drink. So they drink the coffee, and then they 5 minutes later, they said, oh, wow, this coffee works. That was coffee back then. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you just trying to make me happy? Or am I really sharing something that's value to everybody out there? And they said, no, it's true. So after that, that's when everything got into it. I became diamond in March, thanks to Dr. Chi again, and everybody else here. Gave me that motivation, and everyone inspired me as well to work harder, to get to share with everybody else in this whole world, not just the USA, but back in my country, Thailand as well. I want to help everybody. So finally last year, my husband over there, Nguyen, cameraman for me over there, I want to thank him for being supportive. He didn't believe it in the beginning. I was like, you believe me or not, I'm doing it. I'm going. You coming with me or not, I'm going. So that's what happened. So he's been with me and I'm very proud of him. Not only that, he's a working out person. He's like, I'm fine. My health is fine. But guess what? He had a headache. I want to share this with everybody too. He had a migraine. He had constant headache, took the coffee, later on believed in it. And he cannot live without the coffee. I test him out too. I said, I'm not gonna buy this coffee anymore and see what he says. He said, baby, did you order the coffee for me yet? I need that spray. I need that energy drink when I'm going to gym. So he's taking everything with me and I'm very excited. Again, I just wanna share this. It's just not the product that I believe in. It's a system. What we're doing, what we're going through right now, that's helping a lot of people that I see. And also at this moment, I'm planting the seed in Laos and also in Thailand. We're trying to help everybody out there as well. So basically, like I said again, I just want to thank everybody, John Haremza, all the team leaders who are here, giving me all that inspiration, all of you, and also, of course, our CEO. I think that's it. I don't want to ramble around. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. So, the best, I'll share this part with you, each and every one of you, because, I was practicing full-time for 20 years, and full-time meaning that, 80, 90 hours, office hours, see patients, rounds after hours in the evening. Then we take calls at our office for ER, the hospitals. So there are nights where, I get called in from 1 a.m. and I go from one hospital to the other until the morning. That is the lifestyle, what we do to help serve the community. And because of this industry, especially with Melendez, I was able to make a decision about 2 years ago to work part-time. So at this point, I'm only in the office on Thursdays and Fridays. That's the privilege of what we can do here. It takes work, it takes privilege, it takes work, it takes effort, it takes commitment. And our ultimate goal, my own personal goal, is to reach out to help as many people as possible. Each and every one of you have whatever you want to choose to have. It's possible, it's doable. You see it here, so thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. So my name is Bonin from Bakersfield, California, and I am a nurse practitioner. I'm also a mother, and Dr. Chi was the one. Here's my man, not my husband, but he's my mentor. He was the one who introduced me to this business, and he opened my mind because I thought network marketing is a scam, and I didn't believe in it, and I didn't want to be embarrassed because I didn't know anybody who was doing it. And for me, I was like, I already have a career, so why would I do that? But then again, I was thinking, but he's a doctor and he's doing it. And it took him a year initially for me to join, but that was our first company. And then with Melendez, I didn't let him wait this time. I signed up as soon as he called me. I said yes right away, despite my very busy schedule, because at that time I was working full-time as a registered nurse, and then also I was doing my master's. So I had a crazy schedule. But then I didn't really build, but as soon as I graduated and passed my board exam, I really focused on this business. And then I became a Crown Diamond in 1 year, and I was not doing it full time. I was still working full time at that time. And then when I hit Crown Diamond, that was the time that I resigned. I quit my job not because I don't want to work anymore. I love what I do. I do aesthetics, but the only reason I quit is because I had to attend the convention in the Philippines. And so I wanted to be there, and my boss didn't want me to go. And so I'm like, okay, you know what, fine, I'll go. So anyway, my life changed because Greg asked me how much I made, like maximum in a month. And it's over 100,000. I'm not gonna say the exact amount, but it's over 100,000. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's like my 1 year income as a nurse practitioner, and I can make it here in 1 month. So this is truly life changing. And a lot of people, I mean, it's just actually it is very fulfilling whenever somebody messages me and tells me that, you know, I inspire them, or when their lives have been changed because they're drinking the products and they're no longer like their blood sugar has been, it's okay now. And like even for me, I was pre-diabetic because I'm Filipino, so rice, I eat rice every day. I eat rice morning, breakfast, and dinner. And so of course my A1C was elevated, and I've been taking the Emulin, and it really helped me. And then the new product that we have, the enzymes, oh my gosh, that is amazing. And I actually had oral surgery a couple of days ago, and my doctor told me that I won't be healed till like 5 weeks, but I feel so great, and I'm not even swollen anymore, and I was in pain, and then I got this, is it okay to talk? All right, so we have this new product that we're gonna be launching soon, and I was in pain, even if I was taking ibuprofen round the clock, and then I even have Tylenol number 3 at night, and I was still in pain. And I remember I have this spray, the CBD spray. And I asked Dr. Tim, I was like, hey, Dr. Tim, how does it work? How can is it supposed to help me with pain? I know it does help with pain. And, but I don't know how to use it. So he just told me spray it 3 times. And I did. And I was like, my pain is gone. You know, my pain was gone. And then my face was numb. I was like, is this normal? And then also last night, I used the spray again. I don't know, is it supposed to give you energy? Because I wasn't able to sleep last night. So anyway, we have amazing products, and we have the best opportunity. This Melendez made me go back to this industry. I thought I was done, but it made me go back because this is the best opportunity ever. And if you're a guest here, just say yes to this opportunity, because you have nothing to lose. You know, you're probably gonna lose all your fats and just the inches off your belly, but it's gonna be life-changing. All right, thank you.
We are not making medical claims. So I'm Dr. Tim, and I have an enzyme problem. So guys, I'm just here to help people. So I'm not gonna be happy until we have this many people up here with us. This is exciting, it's gonna be fun. And so you guys have to hear from me for an hour coming up, so I'm not gonna make it weird yet, so I'm gonna pass this along here, okay?
I'm not an enzyme person. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you for coming. My name is Rachel Alderson. I'll be celebrating my 6th year in our company this coming July. This is my first MLM. So my background prior to Melendez is real estate. So I'm kind of like the time and freedom, being an independent business person. You know, I go in and go out. I love that. But I truly never had the opportunity to understand the concept of multi-level marketing. And I was forced to get into this. So my partner in real estate before, she was the first one who got her feet into the company. She forced me. She forced me to try the coffee because she thought I'm fat. So I keep telling her I forgot. So one thing I've learned from her is she's very persistent and consistent in following up. So when you give out samples, we're network marketers here. Can I see some hands? Who give out samples? Do you follow up? Okay, great. So that's one thing I've learned from her. She never stopped following up on me. Rob, have you tried the coffee? And I wasn't a coffee drinker. I grew up in the Philippines and coffee is not our thing. We can eat rice 3 to 4 times a day, but we don't drink coffee. So she kept asking me until I remember 4th of July, you know, a big holiday coming up, right? So we go to the lake. I live in Northern California, beautiful country. And I said, you know what, to shut her up, I'll drink that coffee. So I did. I cleaned the entire house. We went boating and I didn't even touch the food. So if you ask or if you know any Filipino, that's very seldom to happen that we don't eat the food in front of us. That's our seafood. We eat what we see. So I was blown away. And I purchased the Business Builder Pack. I truly didn't understand the compensation plan. It's all about the coffee. Remember, this was in 2015, and we only had 4 products. And look at us now. 7 years in July, we have over 30 products. So I was just drinking the coffee. 3 months later, I was down to almost 30 pounds. I wasn't this lean. I don't call myself skinny, but I want to be lean and strong. And in fact, since Monday, with our new product, and I combined it with amylin and detox and the enzyme, I was bragging to all my friends, like, I lost 6 pounds. How did you do that? Okay, so easy. I did experience a lot of challenges, and just like Greg, this business is not bed of roses. It's not a walk in the park. And I didn't even understand the industry. And the person that forced me to get into the business, she dragged me into the mud. She decided, I hit triple diamond way faster than her. And if you don't truly understand the leverage, and if you're a sponsor and your downline promotes or rank up, you make a lot of money. You see the matching bonus? You make 20%. If me made 100,000, how much Dr. G made? Let's say 20% of 100,000, how much is that? Right? That's a lot of money. So I ranked up the triple diamond 10 months into the business. That was in 2016. And we only had 4 products then, 2016. I was able to share the business globally, not just here in the US or California. So we have a global team. So Philippines and the rest of the world. And they decided to start their own business. They started to have their own coffee weight loss business. And my business in the Philippines went down to the drain. That was 2016. I have to rebuild again. I went to the Philippines. We traveled to at least 5 provinces in the Philippines, and I went to Singapore also. It's a roller coaster, to be honest, very emotional, and especially if you don't have a strong support system like the leadership. Unlike now that we have Dr. Chi, we have John, we have everybody else. But imagine in 2016. But I made a decision so I have to go back. So I was in real estate full time in July, but my broker told me, you know what? You're so busy with your coffee. You need to be in the office every day. And I'm having fun with this business. I'm losing weight. I have a business globally. And I said, you know what? I'll quit my real estate. So January of 2016, this has been my full-time business. This has been my full-time job. So it's been 5 years, amazing. And when you make a decision and when you have a vision bigger than your personal goals, it doesn't matter how bad the ride it could be. I mean, the weather could change drastically, right? Suddenly it's sunny, and then the next thing you know, there's a thunderstorms. But you just have to embrace it. If you stop and shield yourself, go ahead, do that. Talk to the people around you, the sponsor, the diamond leaders their belief is all locked in, because nothing can sway them away. And that's what I did. One thing I've learned too, because I don't have training in network marketing just like Jen, but I pay attention to the leaders that were ahead of me. Even though they were gone, I'm very grateful because of them. They dragged my feet into this company and into the business. And who's been here in this room, who traveled the world? I mean, I know her, she's been all over the world, but for a Filipina, an immigrant in this country in 2019, I think I bet John, I've been to 15 countries, 5 times to the Philippines, I think twice in Paris and 3 times in the UK. I mean, even with a real estate job, you cannot travel the world that much, because most of us, we only have 15 days of vacation, right? So it's life-changing in the personal level that I get to do the things that I need to do to see the world, travel the world, met new friends. But At this point in time, it's not all about me. I don't even check my income. I don't even know. But what makes me excited is when there's more people, like this room is filled up. That makes me excited because more people are taking action and they're owning their lives, and that makes me excited. I know a lot of you, the people that brought you here, has a lot of experience and a lot of training. Take it from them. But for someone like me, who's been my Melendez, has been my training ground. So as leaders spoken earlier, they said, earn as you learn. That's exactly what I did. I don't know the compensation plan. All I did remember was the fast start and legacy bonus. First $300, then fourth to infinity is 200. That's all I remembered, and then the car bonus. Then look at us now, we are all over and we are changing lives. So thank you so much.
Talking about forcing, I'll start by that. So Ramsha has been my friend for over 16 years. She forced me, to join this company. So what happened, we started this, 2016, 2015, but I didn't join right away. I joined after a month. We had a trip to Hawaii. We have one of our close friends had a wedding, and I didn't believe in the product. I don't drink coffee. I mean, I love the pills. I don't like any liquid in my system. So I didn't believe what she said, but she keeps forcing me to keep drinking. But when we have the wedding, I end up myself taking the photos because you think we're skinny now? They were skinnier back then, like really skinny, those girls, because they were taking it at least 2-3 times a day. They're just coffee addicts. So after the trip, I decided to join because I also gained weight on that time. I mean, not that bad, but I felt myself, I was chubby because I was with the skin girls. So I lost some weight, and I'm also in the healthcare profession, and I was not really focusing on the business. I was more into weight loss and just to lose weight, to look good, and maybe gain some money here and there. But I decided to focus myself probably 2-3 years ago before pandemic hits. So I reached to triple diamond, and I get the luxury. What happened is with this business, I get to enjoy to travel the world, which is, she said that I really been traveling the world all over before, but being in this business, I get to see my family back home in Philippines. Because before we had the lockdown or we hit the COVID, my team is in Philippines. I travel at least twice a month in Philippines. So I get to travel and see my family. One good thing for me to be in this business that I get to spend time with my family while making money, while enjoying the lifestyle. We call it the Melendez lifestyle because we get to travel, we get to hang out, especially this girl because I moved here in Vegas now and we're originally from Bay Area. So she gets to see me every time. We get an event here every month. So I take her personally to introduce me to this business because I love what I do. I love sharing to people. I also invited some person also from my work before at St. Rose. Rika's here. Also, I wanted to call Raquel. She's in the back right now. Can you please come in? She's one of my diamond. Come in. I just want to introduce her. She lives here in Vegas. Just want to just say your part. I know you were hiding, but I was like, I'm going to call you up here. You're going to say your portion. Because one of our products, the Amulet, that helped her a lot with her son and with her pregnancy. Take her mask out. And this is Raquel, everyone.
Hi, I was in Melendez 2019. Rona, I called her my sister already. She introduced me into this business. I've been promoted right away in 24 days as a diamond. And then after that, after using that product, I get pregnant right away. This is amazing because it's been 8 years that I waited for that baby. And then when I lose weight, I easily get pregnant. So that's the amazing part of it. And then the good thing with this product is when I get pregnant, I try to use the Emmeline the whole pregnancy. So for 9 months, I took the Emmeline, and then my baby is a Melendez baby and an Emeline baby at the same time. So when I delivered him, it was like pandemic, right? 2020 of April. And then it was really amazing because I'm shaking, sorry. It was really amazing because that even my doctor was really amazed. My surgeon told me that when I delivered my baby is really healthy. Because when I took the Emily, 9 months straight, I never missed any single pills of that. And then 2 weeks after, I went back to my doctor, and my doctor said, "What did you do?" And I said, "Why? You're why is that?" Because the healing is like really amazing. I didn't see any like keloids at all, and I was in C-section, and the baby is really really healthy. I am the pride of my baby. He's right there right now, actually. And he never been sick up to now. And I'm glad and thank God. And he was born during the pandemic time. And up to now, he never been sick. He never had any colds at all. And even my doctor told me that whatever you're taking, continue it. And I believe in that. That's what he said. And then after now, I was really amazed with all the products I'm using it. Emily, the coffee, the spray, by the way, the spray really works for me because 8 years in the making, we never had a baby. We just use the spray, the coffee, and all the energy drinks. And it works. It really works. Whoever, oh, actually, my friend, my friend was like when I saw her in the party, like I think Amanda 2 months ago, and I gave her a coffee and the pina colada, the tropical blast. It was amazing too. After a month, she posted on Facebook, she's pregnant. So be careful, guys.
We don't claim medical claims, that's what they said, but it's been happening.
I don't claim it, but it just happened. So my visitor came here from Philippines to have a chat, and she wants a baby. And she approached me. She said, "I want to take that coffee and the pina colada. That's why I'm here. Give me some." So I gave her the coffee before she went back home in Philippines because me, myself, and all my friends saw me that I never had it. And then I'm pretty sure that everybody who knows me here that been in Valentos for so long, and this is the amazing part that happened to me. It's not only the money that we had, it's a blessing. And I'm so blessed, and I'm very thankful with Dr. Chi and Ms. Rona and Mr. Haremza and everybody here that, at that time, it went to my mind, oh God, forgive me. It's because at the time I was in the peak of the Valentos because I've been diamond, and from 160, my weight, I lose 30 pounds from 160 to 130 in just 1.5 months. And that's the amazing part of it. And probably because of that's the reason why I get pregnant too, right? So I, not only that is that I've been blessed with our amazing baby, a very healthy baby, and I brought my baby here to be trained to already. Maybe in the future he will be yes, the ambassador to all the Valentos. Thank you.
Well, that's just awesome. So awesome. Actually, like Melendez came into my life on accident, but with a purpose. So my name is Sib Kulambut. I'm actually a dedicated father first, husband, and also an entrepreneur. I didn't think I'd be touching this industry ever again with a 10-foot pole. I had a really bad fallout back in 2013. But this industry blessed me so much. Once you get inoculated by it, you gotta get addicted, right? There's just something more powerful than products or what the company or the industry can do for you is what you can do for other people. And so when my friend reached out to me about Melendez back in 2017, after 4 years out of the industry, I was like, come on, man. That's like, bro, don't do this to me. You already know my story. I don't want to do this ever again. He's like, look, the product's great. We can probably do some stuff. And, you know, I don't ever like to make business decisions based on what I like, because I found that to be the hard thing, because I like the product. I shared it with 10 people. Only 2 out of 10 people liked it. But I didn't think the coffee was for me, because I thought it was just weight loss coffee. And then later I found out it was healthy coffee. People that I shared the coffee with started getting incredible results, like my sister. And so basically, I got started Melendez basically to shut them up. Like, really, like, stop calling me. It's all good. So I understand the whole force deal, you know. So once people started getting results with it, and they start becoming walking billboards, and naturally they get excited, people start signing up with them, buying products from their website. And that's when my sister was like, dude, you got to show me how to do this. I'm like, what? Like, drink coffee, lose weight, and tell other people? And I was like, if you're excited about that, just start talking to people. She started talking to people, had more and more people get into the business. But guess what? As a busy father of 8 children, 7 girls, 1 boy, when I tell people I'm busy, I have no time for anything else, I'm not kidding, right? And so I was really doing the business for the first 18 months in Melendez on a very spare time. I can't even lie to people and say I'm part-time in this, but when people start getting results, it's crazy. And so it's just crazy. And man, as a triple diamond standing in front of you right now, I can tell you this. I'm so happy I didn't say no to what I didn't know, because it allowed me to access a better version of myself, to have faith, not just in the industry, but in people. Doing what I love and serving humanity is always something that was aligned with my true values. Melendez is just complementary. It's an extension of who I am. And I think a lot of people that make a decision to be a part of this company is because they know who they are, they're true to their values, and it's just alignment. So thank you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. My friend called me the ex-Uber dad. I used to work as a full-time Uber driver. So 2 weeks after I took this amazing coffee, I lost my glasses. I'm just kidding. That wasn't the real story. I just want to get your attention. So my name is Salvador Jimawan. I'm here from Las Vegas, Nevada. I blew up in California, so I gained a lot of weight as an Uber driver. So my story was, I was overweight. I was close to 250 pounds. Filipinos, we like, to eat like exotic food that triggers our gout, especially the guys and stuff. So being overweight, I would always miss a lot of time to work as an Uber driver. So it not only affects my health, it affects my income, right? I was overweight, I was underpaid, I was overworked. I was working up to 16 hours a day, guys, because as an average Uber driver here in Las Vegas, probably about $1,000 a week, right? But you have to hustle, you have to meet those extra trips so that you can get the bonus, and those bonus becomes our gas money, right? And then pay the bills and stuff. Next thing you know, it's really only $800 that takes home. So it's not enough, right, to pay the rent and bills and stuff. That's why I was working up to 16 hours a day. But see, by Nevada law, your Uber app will shut off after 16 hours. If they allow me to work 28 hours in one day, I probably would, because I need to pay my bills, right? So it was taking a toll on myself. I was overworked, underpaid, unhealthy, right? So me and my wife, sorry guys, we made a decision that I needed to lose some weight. I tried many other products. I tried the shakes. Sorry guys, I tried the shakes and everything, but the thing that really worked for me was the low carb. I got my posture again. Here we go. So the low carbs, but it was hard, because sweets, billboards, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, bright lights, Uber driver. Oh my gosh, it's how do you resist the temptation? It's like, naked women don't look. Las Vegas, right? I'm on. So here we go, guys. Here's what happens, guys. I lost a lot of weight in the low carbs, but I was losing the battle because it was driving me nuts when I'm driving. And then, and then I lost a lot of weight, but I was starting to gain my weight back because I was losing the battle in the low carbs, right? Until my friends from Merced, California saw me. I was taking a break from my driving, and then saw me say, "Congratulations, Alfred, weight loss." And then, a little bit of conversation. He nonchalant approached me and said, "Hey, we heard this weight loss coffee, man. It might help you." Weight loss? I mean, are you kidding me? I never heard of it, right? I was skeptic, but I was curious enough to try the product, right? So I said, all right. So I bought the 6-day trial pack. In 6 days, I lost 5 more pounds. I said, wow, this is good stuff. I remember it was Wednesday. I took the coffee before I went to work. I would work at night, 4 o'clock until 4 o'clock in the morning, right? When I get home, I'm always sleeping, driving, right? Can't wait to get home. I remember that night when I had that first cup of coffee. I couldn't wait to get home. Not because I wanted to sleep, because I want to check the website. What's in this coffee, man? So make story short, guys, I'm going to give it 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes before 12, we'll be done. I'm just kidding. So make story short, fast forward. When the product makes sense, the business makes sense. I'm the opposite. I've tried many other network marketing programs and stuff with very little success. But I said, man, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna find something because I have friends that are making very well. It just wouldn't connect with my lifestyle. Because in business, you need to connect with a lot of people. How can I connect if I'm working up to 16 hours a day as an Uber driver, right? So I had to find a platform to find a good product and deliver the information to people. Social media was the answer for me. Then I had to find a product. This guy connected me with the right product. Because coffee, I don't need to convince coffee. Starbucks already convinced everyone of this, that it's okay to spend $4 to $7 on a coffee, right? But see, what's cool is the visual, right? When they start seeing me losing weight. So here's what I did. I drank the coffee, I told my story. Who did I tell my story to? The people on Facebook. Hey guys, I'm taking my first coffee. So I was just telling my story and people start seeing me and they started buying. My biggest network, my biggest group was in Chicago. And I've never been to Chicago, guys, right? So make story short, 3.5 months as a full-time Uber driver, working up to 16 hours a day, I was able to, right? I became a diamond. Because as a diamond, it's about $1,000 to $2,000 a week, plus $400 car allowance. That's a big deal, guys. Then a few more months after, I became a double diamond. It's $800 that I didn't have. I didn't have any money to get started to begin with, but I told Sip, man, I want to find the money. The money that I used for this was the money that I was supposed to pay for my car payment. That was the last money I had. I said, I'm willing to spend the, I was willing to spend the late fee so I can get my business started. Guys, here's what happened. That gave me the motivation not to get in and dilly-dally. This is what a lot of happen with a lot of people get started in business. They get started, but they don't do the business because it's so affordable. But for me, I can't afford to fail because my wife will kill me. So here's what happened, guys. I got my money back. I sold my products. I doubled my money. The following month, I got my bills for the for the payment. I had $35 late payment fee. Let me ask you this, guys. Was it worth it? It was worth it. I didn't know. I said, man, I don't know how to grow this business. Let me ask you guys, how many of you guys heard of Facebook? Right? Now, have you seen some people like that on TikTok a little bit? Right? So, guys, here's what happens. Here's what I learned. Last year, I hit brick wall. Right? I said, I need to move my business forward, right? But I didn't know how. I could go out like that. I studied. Eric Worre. I learned because I said, I'm not going to stop. I don't know what I don't know, but I will know when I get it, right? Here's what happened, guys. Here's what I learned. I'm going to give it to you guys. In this business, you build an audience. How many friends can you have on Facebook? 5,000 friends, guys. You share value every day. You motivate people, inspire people. You share your story every day, guys. Don't fail to show up, because the day you show up, maybe the person that's been following you is ready to make a decision, right? And share your offer. You do that every day, guys. People are gonna start knowing you, liking you, and trusting you. You don't need to be a salesperson. You just need to be willing to learn, coachable, and a team player. With that, guys, we have the right formula. I'm so excited. Last week, the stuff that we have, I'm sorry, I got 2 more minutes before 12. Okay, so last week, all this information we got, it all complement with social media marketing. Guys, don't be intimidated with the word social media marketing. No, don't. Just be willing to learn. It's simple, because you can't get away. It's like cell phone. If you say back in the days, I'm not gonna use, I told myself before, I'm not gonna use that smartphone. No, now I'm using smartphone every day because now I can make money with it. With that, my name is Salvador Jimoan. My friend called me the X over that, and I'm done speaking.
I guess it's 12 noon now, so good noon, everyone. My name is Joselle Paulo. I'm from Bakersfield, California. Can you hear the word Bakersfield, California? All the diamonds came from Bakersfield, California. Anyway, I'm a triple diamond with this company. I'm personal to Dr. Chi. I wasn't looking for a business when I started this because I already had MLM before, and at that time, my husband didn't support me because I was crazy. I was going everywhere, and but this time around, I guess I was just traumatized, or he was traumatized, not me. Once you are in a network marketer, your blood is looking for that all the time. And as I said, I wasn't looking for a business, but the business found me. And I gave up on Facebook because, you just keep following, before you know it, you're a scroll troll. And but one time I saw Dr. Chi post a Facebook coffee every day. Consistency in posting every day led me to be curious. And I said, I need it. I need to lose weight. My A1C was high. My mom was in the hospital at that time, in the ICU for 2 months. I didn't have any money to start a business, so I kept it to myself. I bought the business back without telling my husband. Can you tell I'm hard-headed? And so even if you say, here I go again, but here I go again. So I signed up myself in the business with a business builder pack. I watch YouTube, everything before I sign myself up. So Dr. Chi didn't even know that I started. But in 1 minute, he called me, said, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm okay. But long story short, this business was, as when they asked Jen before, how did you make it to diamond? It was easy, because I made it to triple diamond without even me knowing it, because the timing. The timing of Melendez at the time was 2019, so it was easy to rank up. It was like fish coming in the boat. You don't need to tell them where they're just coming. But what I really value about this business is about Melendez as a company. We get paid for commissions, but the true residual income is, I found it here, because ever since 2018, when I started, like 2 weeks after, my first check was $20, and until now, I'm still getting paid every week, nonstop, for 3 years now, be it 20, 40, up to thousands of dollars. My goal was so low because I only wanted to earn a 6-figure, just thought about 6-figure income. I should have thought about 7-figure income at that time. for a year, but I reached six-figure income in my first year. So it's really doable once you focus on it. But that's what I did differently this time. I put my feet on the ground and not just touch the water. And also I want to shout out my husband. He doesn't support me before, but now every day he's here with me. He's the better man. Because he's the one that pushed me. He said, like, take a picture of yourself. Okay, and also I want to shout out to my other diamond there. They're shy, but Grace is also one of my diamonds. Okay, and that's all. It's residual income. It's really good. I came for my health, but it gave me more. Oh, I'm a registered nurse, by the way. I had 3 jobs and I quit 2 of them, and so I've only got 1 job now.
So my name is Bella Amorbongpad. I'm came from Las Vegas, Nevada. From Philippines. I'm a registered nurse here. I joined Valentos. It's like unexpectedly because one of my friend from Philippines, also from Jen's team, introduced me to the product. So because I really, you know what, I'm very kind of person that is very positive. So when I see the coffee that it will lose weight, so I have to grab the opportunity right away. So when I told myself, I'm a registered nurse. I work full-time in the other hospital, and I also work in the other hospital. So I don't have a lot of time with my kids and with my husband. And then when I started at January 19, I do my best. I share the product. I lose weight, and then I became a triple diamond in 7 months. And then because the money that I get from Valentos, I have to make sure that I use it wisely. So I pay my kids' college funds. I invest Condotel in Philippines, and then I also buy my the things that I want, because before that it's so hard to work in the hospital 12 hours, so my feet is so painful. And then if I want to buy the bag or maybe nice clothes, I'm thinking, oh my God, my leg hurts at that time. It's like I'm almost like getting like always like what is this, a hunchback of Notre Dame, if I'll keep on buying that one. So I have to make it sure that the money I get is I have to save it. But when I joined Valentos, I was like, oh my God, every Friday I have money. And then I'm very talkative, you know, in real life. But when I drink the Valentos, I drink Prevail, I drink Immune Boost, and then whatever I took like almost all of the products. And then I don't want my coworkers to say that I have ADHD, because my energy is like really, really high. So I don't want them to think that I'm also like crazy or something like that, what I'm drinking. So when they ask them, what are you selling, Bella? So because I sell different products before I joined Valentos. And then they told me, oh, maybe that's from China, and then that's poisonous. And then I told them, if my Valentos is poisonous, so all the, you know, the doctors and the registered nurse that was like my upline, they already died. And then also me, because I'm taking it for almost like two weeks. And then they told me, oh, Bella, because I get samples, and then they lose weight, and then they like it. They say, thank you, Bella, for giving us samples. And then I lose weight, and then they're happy. And then I have also diamonds and other, like I know a lot of people all over the world because of Valentos. And then I just posted, I share the product. And then my husband is very supportive of me ever since. He's always supportive of me. And then I'm so happy that like Valentos came into my life, because it's changed my, you know, my view in life, that even if you know, you're not working a lot, you just have to like work smarter. You can get a lot of money every Friday. It's like every Friday at 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the morning, even if I'm at work, oh, what was my Valentos pay? Oh my God, I have to be able to, I'm not oh my God, yeah. I joined January, and then I don't have any like, you know, experience with MLM. So Jen and Rielo keep on telling me, Bella, you have to do this, you have to do that. So I'm very, you know, I just follow what they say. And then in March, I was able to get my because I became double diamond right away. I was able to get my Mercedes Benz, and I went to, and then when Jen told me, you're already you can get already your car, and I was like, I told my husband, we have to go to the car, and then he told me, oh, this one is nice, the Mercedes Benz. Then I was like, oh my God. Before Valentos, I was like riding the Corolla, and I bought it a second hand because I don't want to pay the monthly bills. And then I was able to ride the Mercedes Benz, and then there was like, when you click in there, it relieves my back pain. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. I have Valentos is like, giving me this one. And then when I'm sitting in my house, when I look at the floor, oh, this is Valentos, because we changed from carpet to a very nice tiles. And then when I go outside, I don't care. Before, it's just a lot of dust. I don't care. I told my husband, we're not sleeping outside, so never mind that one because that's very expensive. So when I go to my house, when I go to our backyard, and I was like drinking coffee with my husband, I was like, oh, this is from Valentos. So it's like everything is from Valentos. I was so happy with Valentos, and I was so happy with Dr. Chi, Jen, Rialu, and all of my diamonds, because in Valentos, you're not only make yourself healthy, you also help other people and also make them also healthy. So I think that's it.
As you can see, Melendez is full of testimonials. We want to thank everybody on the stage. This is powerful. Hopefully you guys got something for everybody out of this. I'm going to go ahead and let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, major moments. So hopefully if anybody's gone to the bathroom, send them a text message. You got anything, anybody that's logged on online, get them in front of this information. The next couple of speakers that are going to come up here are going to educate you on some life-changing and very impactful products. So quick little plug-in. This was not my first company. I started about 8.5 years ago, and probably the same company. It sounds like Dr. Chi, phones, TV, internet, things like that. And the cool thing is I got to meet these two individuals at a corporate retreat as they were taking a company that was in that platform to actually move into the health space. So I came from a positioning of, I didn't really understand products. So we actually kind of used verbiage that was against products, which now that's completely not my train of thought, my mindset. And they showed us a couple of things. They showed us a demonstration that you're going to see here today. And let me tell you, it took people in that room from that specific mindset to a whole other mindset. Not to mention, everybody left that room with a couple bottles of these supplements, these plant-based supplements, and it changed my life. I remember reaching out to Tyler and said, what is this supposed to do this? Am my eyesight supposed to get better? Is my mood, like my heartburn, all this stuff was going away. And you really don't know how good you feel until you stop feeling good. And the cool thing is we had so many testimonials, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of testimonials. And my last little tidbit here is when I left that company for a few different reasons, and I moved on to some other things, the only people I could never pull with me or say, hey, come take a look at what we're doing, were the people that were in that company utilizing these products. 3.5 years later, I still have people, obviously not now, that were still purchasing products from that company. Now we have them here. So if you're looking at something that's going to build long-term sustainability and give massive results, I mean real results, they're gonna help create some magic here. So you guys help me give a warm round of applause to Sean and Tylene Loomer as they come to the stage.
Thank you. Hello. Hey, don't go far. You'll leave the camera. We have all these beautiful people over here.
You're so beautiful. They just want to see you.
No, right here in this camera. Don't go far.
I don't know. This microphone's going to pull my pants down right now. It's in my pocket. Jim talks about getting weird.
Yeah, he has a size, 29 waist now?
Wow.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
So listen. Yeah, so if he forgets his pants, he can just borrow mine.
She says that because that really happened, right? I don't know where I was. This was many years ago, about 8-9 years ago. I was traveling somewhere, and you weren't with me that trip. No. And I accidentally hacked Eileen's. We're not my pants.
For real.
Yeah, it was kind of goofy, man. But it worked. It worked out. First of all, I'm just blown away right now. I'm blown away from listening to all of that. That was so cool to me that I'm a big believer in being transparent and being authentic and being genuine and being real and just being who you are and not scripting anything. Every time we speak, we've been doing this for 20 years. We have nothing scripted. We have no slides.
That's obvious.
Okay. But that just blew my mind. You guys, that was so awesome to hear from all of you. That, man, that is just so, so cool. But I do want to say, whatever that powder thing is, getting pregnant, don't do that.
No, I'm not doing that.
We're not allowed to use that. I'm going to talk a little bit about how we got here. And then
Can you guys hear him good? Because I sound really loud. He kind of needs the mic. And he's a quiet guy, and I'm a loud girl. We should have switched. We might have to share. Then I won't talk over you. Yeah, that's not working out.
Now my pants won't fall down. Okay, here's the deal. Mindset, everyone here has been talking about mindset. In order to hear what we're going to share with you today, it's all right here. I became a true believer in mindset when I was about 15 or 16 years old. I went to this private setting. I was into sports. They picked one athlete from all different sports. And I was taught that day some really interesting information about how to look at things differently, how to visualize, how to manifest, how to create. And then I don't know if you guys ever, if you're as old as me, you remember the book, The Secret. It was some of those people were there teaching us. And it changed my life forever. And so what I really would ask you is what we share with you today, in order for you to hear us, it's very, very simple. You have to allow yourself to receive the information and let it maybe resonate with you. That doesn't mean everything we say is going to resonate with you.
But the truth will.
But the truth.
The truth always resonates.
The truth will. Use your East Coast voice, baby. You don't need a mic. So we go way, way back. Our story starts when I met Tylene. I was a head high school football coach out in Arizona. I had real bad pain in my hands. I won't go into that because we're never allowed to legally say anything, even though it started with an A and ended with itis. But that's what I was struggling with. And when I went to see Tylene, I knew she had worked with some athletes. I didn't really understand. The night I met her, she said she wanted to save the world. I didn't understand that either. Obviously, I do now. But when I went to see her, we kind of went back and forth. We argued a little bit because I was already seeing these doctors in Scottsdale and Phoenix, Arizona, these specialists. And they were telling me things that I didn't want to get involved in. I didn't want to get on medication. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to have surgery. I didn't believe in that. I had lost a sister to a surgery, basic surgery and wrong anesthesia, and she passed. So I wasn't into that. And when I went to see Tylene, we were talking about what I was dealing with health-wise, and I thought I was pretty healthy. I'd already, lost my mom to colon cancer my senior year in high school, and so I was always trying to do better. And I was juicing and doing different things. And then Tylene starts teaching me about plant enzymes. So imagine 20 years ago hearing plant enzymes or stabilized probiotics or whole food supplementing or plant-based or raw, these types of words that I really had never really thought about. And we argued a little bit because I told her what my health issue was that I had, that one that starts with an A. And she said, no, you don't have that. I'm like, what? Yes, I do. And we kind of argued, like, don't tell me. I've got these doctors telling me what I have. And so finally I just said, well, what do I have then, smarty pants? And she said, look, your body, Sean, has lost the ability when you eat protein that's dead, heated, cooked, processed, could be chicken breast, could be a protein bar. Your body doesn't break it down completely to an amino acid. In your body, Sean, it stays as uric acid. And that's where your pain is coming from. And they have to create a disease so they can create a drug. Okay? 4 or 5 days later, driving my car, Phoenix, Arizona, picked up my brick phone, really aging myself right now. Those things were heavy, man. And I remember calling Tylene saying, look, I don't know who you are, blah, blah, blah. You're not a doctor, you teach doctors. I don't really care. I have no pain in my hands. What is the deal? And is my pain gonna come back? Yes or no? That's all I wanna know. I'll do whatever you say. What's going on? I don't want any more pain in my hands. And she says, you know.
Yes, it's coming back if you don't listen to me.
Yes. So I went and saw her. And basically what happened was I said, listen, here's what happened. I have no pain, blah, blah, blah. And acid reflux, I'm not experiencing that. That runs in my family. I haven't had that all week. I've had no indigestion. And I forgot that I have abs. And I'm starting to see my abs again. This is super cool. And so that just led us to more conversations over the next, I'd say, about 3 years. And it was really about, I remember saying to Tylene after that first week, how come everyone doesn't know this? I go, I don't get it. And why are you so smart? And blah, blah, blah. And, you know, she said, Sean, this research is from the 1930s. It's just one of those things they've pushed off into a corner. And I would call her all the time because I was coaching kids and I had a bunch of kids. I'm like, what about this? Can I eat that? Or can I do that? Or this guy's injured. What do I do? And blah, blah, blah. And sooner or later, I think we got together and said, Ty said, look, why don't you help educate people with me? And so we did. And we had no business plan. We had no business model. You know, it wasn't about product to us at all. That's not what this was. And so we started educating. Ty had a couple products, created some products, mostly doctors. We were really a therapeutic, healthy lifestyle doctor line. And then that spread into more and more people, a lot of athletes, which I thought was super cool. We started getting, you know, NFL and NBA players and baseball and soccer and hockey and NCAA and Olympic athletes. I'm just like, man, I'm a sports guy. I'm like, wow, this is super cool. And she's like, whatever, you know, who cares? I'm like, I care. You should care. We weren't soliciting these people. We weren't a network marketing company. Word just traveled fast. And so that's really how this whole thing started. And then Steve Nash, the basketball guy from the Phoenix Suns, Canadian, really into health, 2-time MVP of the NBA at that time. He called us, this business manager actually called us and said, we want to talk. And we went and met with Steve at his home. And I'm like, this is awesome, right? And she's like, who's Steve Nash? I'm like, he's on every billboard in Phoenix, every TV commercial. Like, he's the 4th highest paid spokesperson in the country right now. And I said, so behave when we get there. But she did not. We sat at his table in his kitchen, and he's drinking out of a cup.
With his face on it.
With his face on it. So she has to give him a hard time about that. So now Steve Nash is apologizing to Tylene for drinking out of his own cup. And then she goes on to say, so, Steve, did you watch my videos? And he's like, no, Tylene, I haven't watched those yet. And, well, why not? I had to watch your videos. And I'm stepping, this is true, you guys. I'm not making this up. I'm stepping on her foot, kicking her, like, knock it off right now. But he took us to a whole nother place. He goes, I just think I can help Tylene save the world quicker.
I said, what are you trying to say?
Yeah. You're a little, his brand was kind of big. Anyway, so he asked if he could be our partner. We didn't know why we were meeting with him. We thought maybe he wanted to make a sports line. And he starts telling us, you know how many nutrition companies and supplement companies come to me offering me a lot of money? And I'm like, man, we don't have any money. We can't pay you, bro. We think you're awesome, but love to have you. He goes, well, I'm already using 6 or 7 of the things that you guys market. I'm like, that's cool. And so he came on board, he partnered with us, and we We had a retail brand, it was doctors, and it went into retail, health food stores and Whole Foods and that kind of stuff. And one big problem. Super neat seeing these purchase orders of $500,000, you know, all these things, but bottles don't talk. Bottles don't do this. They don't share information. And so we're back to where our journey has been. You talk about the roller coaster Greg had up there. Life is a roller coaster. And we've been up, down, and all around. We've been bruised, battered. We have been beat down like you've never seen. We've been laughed at because what we were teaching, no one was teaching for the most part. We've been teaching gut health for the last 20 years. And people said, you guys are weirdos. You're hippies, you're this, you're that. And now people are seeking what we know, because what we know is that most of our immune system is in the gut. We've always known that. And everything goes back to the gut. Everything. Everything goes back to your gut, period. And people don't know that. And we're going to share that with you today. And we now are in a position of just doing this. This is what we feel our calling is. We're grateful for Valentis. We're grateful for Greg, who was sharing enzymes. We're grateful for John, who shared some time with us, and we just got to know each other a little bit. There's just so many people that it's weird. You know, we always say, is it odd or is it God? How did this happen? I don't know. We weren't seeking anything, as some of you have said. We didn't know what we were going to be doing next. But we are just grateful. We came in from San Diego. We have a ranch out there now. We bought about 1.5 years ago. We took our cat, Betty the cat. Now Betty has about 180 friends out there.
She's not very happy.
And she's not real happy. Every once in a while I do an animal count. I'm like, what the heck am I doing with all these animals? What did Thailand do to me? So it's a great place. It's a magical place, and Loomer land. Oh my goodness! But combined, we have 6 children. We have 8 grandchildren. Number 9 on the way, and we're busy like a lot of you are busy. But we can't stop what we're doing. No one will stop us from what we're doing. No one. We have to do what we do. We have to share what's going on now more than ever. It has never been more relevant and important. The best thing about this weirdness that's gone on is people are a lot more open to their health. And from the business perspective, obviously you couldn't be in a better place. People are looking for other ways of generating revenue from their homes. So I'm going to hand it to you, but I'm going to stay up here in case she goes rogue somewhere. If she just starts going somewhere, everyone just yell out, squirrel, and then she'll oh yeah, we bring it back down here. What I love about Tylene, and I'm so grateful for her, she obviously not only changed my life, but tens and tens of thousands of people have benefited from what I'm going to say information for the most part. Yeah, products can be part of that, but without understanding what's going on, you got to keep it simple, you guys. Don't try to know too much. She knows so much. She's super humble. She's that 2 to 8 hour researcher every day. Goofy. I only know what I know because I have to. I have no choice. I live it with her. Every day it's something weirder. What are we going to eat this week? Dirt. She has offered dirt to me. Yeah, it's a good idea. So we'll go back and forth a little bit, but just do what you do and talk about whatever you want to talk about, and we'll go from there. Look out. And now I'm warning you, hashtag.
Give me this. You want to do the putting down? Yes, you do. Okay, so I've been passionate about nutrition in general, probably since college, I guess. So maybe since I was like 18, I did a speech class, and I just wanted something riveting to talk about that
I would get me an A, really. And I read a book back then that just kind of opened my mind to everything that kind of goes on in the world and our impact on the world and just different things. And it had a ton to do with food and a bunch of stuff. I won't get into it, but it made me realize, because I grew up in a small town, what else don't I know? And that was the thing. And it was like that light bulb goes on where you read something or see something or someone shares something with you that you realize whatever you might have been taught may be completely wrong. And so I was living a diet growing up of the most disgusting food, looking back on it. But when parents are trying to feed their kids and they don't have a lot of money, you're eating pancakes. And to make those pancakes exciting, you're wrapping them around a hot dog. And you're having Spam sandwiches and whatever is inexpensive. And you're eating a lot of cheese and you're eating a lot of pasta and breads and things like that. And Sean probably knows this too, because he was the youngest of 8. He was probably lucky to ever get food. But in order to supply for your family, you tend to grab what's cheap a lot of times. And we don't know what we don't know. And so as I read this book, being kind of healthy at 18, so I thought, I was enlightened. And so that kind of brought me down the path that I'm going to bring all of you down, my journey and going down that rabbit hole. But what that is it's an awakening. It's realizing if something's not going right in your life, it's because of the track record of whatever you're doing. So eating a burger or eating pasta or even a Spam sandwich like I did growing up, it's not going to kill you then. When it happens and hits you, if I didn't learn what I learned back then, and I've been studying, now I'm 52. So that was many, many years ago. I've been down the road of, oh, I'm going to be a vegetarian. I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. And you learn and you learn and you learn. And so there's no real amazing diet out there. You can even look at the meta-analysis on how long somebody would live. And the real thing that makes a difference is consistency and not overdoing one thing. A lot of the fads that are out there, they just drive home one thing. And one thing actually isn't good for everybody all the time. And it's sometimes not good in the large amounts people want to do it in. So I'll give you an example. Coconut oil will be like a phase, and then everything's coconut oil, or apple cider vinegar. And there's nothing wrong with these, but then they just jump on this bandwagon and they're having apple cider vinegar 20 times a day. That may not be good for everybody's gut. So we have our own microbiome in the gut, which is not only just what you take in, it's also, as far as food, it's also what you're breathing in, it's everything. And there are actually new studies now, which I think you guys will be blown away at this with all the talk that's been going on in the last, year or so, that we have a virus, good viruses, many, which will blow your mind. And look up your virome. So there's microbiome, which is all of your bacteria, your good bacteria. But there's also viruses in there that actually work for us. And that's kind of mind-blowing new research. And where I'm going with that is that the gut is so dramatically important. And the only way to affect your gut is every single day what you've been doing forever. So you're going to eat something, you're going to drink something, and you do that minimum 3 times a day, most people. Some people do it 5 times a day, some people do it a little less. But it's the one thing that you can control. So what you're putting in your mouth and then what it's going to do for the body. And as a society, all over the world, we're eating far too much cooked and processed food. And that's one of the heaviest burdens on the body. It affects the bacteria in the body, because if you're eating, I'll give you an example, lots of sugars, you're feeding your bad bacteria. If you're eating lots of good fibrous things, you're feeding your good bacteria. So we are directly affecting the bacteria, the microbiome, which affects the viruses in there, because a lot of the viruses actually attack some of the bad guys. So it works in this beautiful synergy that we really mess up when we do the wrong thing for too long. So it's not about doing it once, it's not about having one alcoholic beverage or one burger or one burrito or one slice of pizza. It's about doing it consistently. And a gentleman that was up here earlier, he's like, well, when you're driving around and you see the bright lights and you want this and you want that, he's like, how do you resist that? So I'm going to tell you how you resist that. The only way to resist all the bad, I call it naughty foods, there's only one way to resist it, and that's education. Once you know and that light bulb goes on, you will look at your food every day a little different and say, am I giving to my body or am I taking away? Am I adding to my bank account or am I taking away from that bank account? So it's really, really important that we're mindful when we're eating, but when we decide to have the naughty foods or even a good cooked food. So a good cooked food that has lost its enzyme potential is anything that's been heated over 115, 16, 18, that's all debatable about the temperature. That's when the enzyme activity is denatured. And an enzyme is the life force of a food. And life gives life. When you eat fresh, living, alive food, it gives you more life. There's a whole anti-aging component to what I'm teaching you. So what I've been teaching for years is eat more raw food, eat more raw food. And what do I make? I make enzymes that help you eat cooked food. So I'm teaching people how to take less of a product that I actually make. And most people, especially family members and stuff, or whoever it is, they'll laugh at me and go, wait a minute, did you say I can't have my pizza and beer? Because I'll take 2 bottles of that just so I can still have that. So I actually, even though I'm educating everyone, they tend to go with the enzyme route because they don't want to change their diet too much. But I do encourage you to eat more raw food. I would say a nice goal is 50%, which would be mind-blowing because most of the US does hardly any raw food in a day, maybe lucky to eat an apple in a day. But I want you to mentally understand. So education is the key. I told you that's how you change. It's education. So I'm going to educate you right now on every single meal you eat. Just look at the plate and say, is 50% of it raw? It's super, super simple. You don't have to, think about anything, whether there's, whatever on your plate. You just say, okay, I want some eggs. Great. There's some eggs. And then on the other side, it's sliced tomatoes. That's 50-50, just so you guys can grasp it. And if you're doing like a little bit of salmon and a little bit of brown rice, on the other side of the plate is a huge salad. So I want you guys to understand that's what 50% raw is. And then what you do is you'll take this plant-based enzyme at the beginning of the meal for the cooked side of your plate to make sure that the body is getting every nutrient it can from the food that you just ate. Enzymes cannot put back in nutrients to the food. They can only help you extract the nutrients that are in the food. So if you're eating a donut, which is void of many nutrients, probably doesn't have hardly any nutrients, you're only going to be able to extract what's in that food. So you can still become very nutrient deficient if you're still making poor choices with your food. But there will be side effects of weight loss. You heard somebody up here talking about that. You heard Greg mention, eyesight. You'll hear a lot of that because it's creating cleaner blood. And we'll go into that a little more later, but that's why you'll hear a variety of random testimonials from one product.
Can I get a turn?
For a minute.
Okay, so I want you to think back to when I was first hearing all of this, and I want you to kind of understand some basic, simple things to help you understand what she's saying. This is raw. It was. The good news is, I know what I was eating because I went and purchased it at Sprouts. If your apple doesn't do this, turn brown, probably want a new apple. That's just more fake food. Okay? An apple isn't supposed to look perfectly red and shaped and blah, blah, blah on the shelf, right? When I bite this apple, the air should hit it and it should start breaking itself down. Okay? If I put a banana on the counter and I leave it there for too long, it's going to turn probably dark, and then it's going to get soft, and then it's going to ooze out of the sides. That's the enzyme activity. It's starting to consume itself in a way, right? It's breaking down. What Ty has there is just, we like to do this demonstration of an example of something that's processed. Okay? It's nasty.
Yeah.
I'm not judging you if you eat puddings.
It's pudding.
Just pudding. Okay. And no matter how hard she stirs it, it's still going to be just thick and sticky.
Stir it all day. And I say, do you want this cooked food just sitting clumped in your gut or on your butt? That's what I say. Or do you want to process it and actually utilize the nutrients that are in it? So just picture that when you're eating a cooked food, sitting on your thigh. If you don't process it, hey, I got lucky that way anymore.
Man, you're nasty. All right.
She's not.
She's naughty. All right. Okay, so here. No, dude, you can't do everything. Give me that. You cannot.
Do everything.
Yes, you can. Set your pudding down. I almost did something naughty. I almost just put the microphone between my legs and held it so I could do the thing. Oh my gosh, I've never done that. This one microphone thing's really a curveball. Okay, you take that.
I love it because then I can't talk.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to break this little veggie capsule. I'm going to open it up just to show you how this works. Don't put that.
Yeah, just so everyone can see. So all he's doing is twisting open the capsule. A capsule is just a delivery method. The contents inside is what you want. So you're looking for a drink.
Another arm. Okay.
So I highly encourage everyone to do this. We've done talks like this where we've given out a pudding cup to everyone in the audience and then a capsule so that they could see it for themselves so they didn't think we were doing anything crazy. So I highly encourage you to do this for your friends and family to teach them what digesting their food truly looks like so they can absorb all the nutrients from it.
I just spilled most of it. We're going to see if it still works. Look, it's all over my hand.
Oh, yeah.
The rim.
No, it'll work.
It'll work, man.
It's already bubbling. So you can actually, as it sits out, you'll see it just kind of working its magic. The warmth of the food and then the moisture of the food wakes them up. And then they start going to town. So it is. So if it sits out for a while, you'll actually see it getting more and more liquefied. So it becomes like a pre-digested food. So, and that's how you want your burgers or whatever you're eating, even if it's something super healthy, you want to process it. And we do like using chocolate pudding, but this is not about running to the bathroom. An enzyme is not a laxative, let me tell you, and nor do you want it to be. You don't want to use laxatives. It's harsh on the body. You want to get what you need from your food and then get energy. That's the whole reason we eat, is to extract the nutrients. So a protein, a carb, and a fat. So all the food has protein, carbs, and fats. So you want to make sure you have all the enzymes that are going to process those macronutrients, those larger molecules, into something the body can utilize.
That was nasty. Delicious. Okay, so here's what I was thinking the first time I saw that. I'm like, what is she talking about? I don't know anyone who takes this. My parents didn't. My grandparents didn't. And I just didn't get it. I understood more when I saw that pudding breakdown. But I want you to understand, here's the deal. The mystery about all of this is that we have our pancreas with our enzymes. I'm going to leave things out to simplify. We have this little bank account of enzymes. The mystery is we don't know what we started with when we were born. And that kind of goes back to our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, okay? But here's what went wrong, terribly wrong. After World War II in the US, the food changed, okay? Canned food, TV dinners, and then we got the microwave, then we got fast food. And, you know, our whole way of life changed. Now it's caught up to us. So that issue that I had with my hands in my mid-30s or whatever it was, That used to be something that you would hear about people in their 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s with, okay? Well, guess what? Now it's 7 and 8-year-olds. Okay, you're starting to understand the picture here. We're starting out life very deficient. And what we do is we tap out our little enzyme bank account because we have enzymes for every specific food group, proteins, carbs, fats, sugars, all these things. The most common one, what Tylene had shared with me years ago was, Sean, do you know anyone that lactose intolerant? I'm like, yeah, you know, one of my daughters has that issue sometimes. She says, that just means she ran out of lactase, that's all. Her body no longer can break milk sugars down completely, just like your body, Sean, no longer can break down proteins completely. I'm like, that's it? She goes, that's it. That's what this is. So we have these different enzymes that we start to lose over time, but maybe you lose them very young, or you eat a certain way all the time, and you're tapping out. Like she used to call me a protein monster, right? Played sports, not a very big guy, was always eating and taking protein, working out, trying to be average while everyone else was getting huge. But even on my little framed body, I got up to about 186 pounds playing college football because I was just trying to compete. And my body couldn't handle it. I think I overdid it. I think that's what really caused me to become deficient, breaking my protein down at a young age. That's just my own little philosophy. Well, we all have different things and different lifestyles, how we eat, if we're active, if we're not active, and so on and so forth. So the whole thing is, what do we have in our bank account of these enzymes? And when I eat this, my body just says, I got this. I don't even need any enzymes, it's already there. There's no pressure on the body. My body will just take the nutrients. When I cook it, make apple pie, now it's dead. Now my body doesn't know what to do with it. Does that simplify it for you? That's it. So the average American probably eats about 5% fresh and living food. It's not very good. Eileen's saying 50-50 would be amazing. You know, Nicole's sitting over there, and we know others, and we've done it. If you went raw for a month or two, people wouldn't even recognize you. They wouldn't even know who you were. Your body would completely change.
It affects everything though. Hair, skin, nails.
All of it.
Everything. You're just feeding the body and flooding the body with nutrients and phytonutrients. Everything.
So that's what this is about. So we want to be as preventative as we can. We're not going to eat perfect. We always say that, don't label us, we're not perfect. But most of the time we eat pretty dang good. Last night in this place, I didn't eat pretty dang good. But I only ate a little bit. I couldn't even eat it. Like,
and I had to help him finish it. And I didn't want any of it.
Oh.
It was so good.
See?
It was all like my name.
We did take a lot of enzymes. So the product that we're referring to right now is an enzyme probiotic product in one. Because as Ty was mentioning, the probiotics friendly gut bacteria. That's not an enzyme. Enzymes are breaking down what you're consuming. They're unlocking the nutrients, as Ty was talking about. So I think it'd be super cool if you talked a little bit about, unless you don't want to, like our blood.
Sure. That's my favorite topic. I'm a vampire now. No, where he's going with that is kind of where I had ended, which is about when I was saying it's going to create more oxygen and clean the blood. So there's a couple ways to take enzymes. You can take them with your food. You can also take them away from food. And they're smart, but yet they're not smart. They're only going to go after what is right there. So if you just ate and you take an enzyme that has, so enzymes, I'll give you just 3 of them so I don't overwhelm you, but lipase would digest fats, okay? And then proteolytic means protein splitting. So proteolytic enzymes are gonna process and digest proteins. You actually need a couple different enzymes to digest protein all the way down to an amino acid. So in Sean's case, when he explained what he had when I had met him, that was the inability to digest proteins all the way down. So sometimes the pancreas is still kind of working and spitting out some enzymes, but it's not completing the task. So it never makes it to an amino acid, which is how you're going to make all of your neurotransmitters to feed your brain. The amino acids are going to feed your muscles. So if you're trying to work out and you're not gaining mass like you need to, you may not be processing the proteins down to the true structure that the body needs for building blocks. So the lipase is for fats. It's going to break your fats down to a fatty acid. And then the proteolytic enzymes are going to break your proteins down to amino acids. And then all of the amylase is going to digest all of your carbohydrates. And so all the lovely food that we love to eat, you need that. And it's made in your saliva. So as you start eating, you take your time. That's why they always say, chew your food really well, chew your food really well, because that's where the digestion process starts. Problem is we're very fast eaters. We're always on the go. Most people are eating standing up in their car, running around with kids, whatever it is. So we're not even being mindful of just regular digestion, of even chewing our food. So enzymes are dramatically needed at this stage. So that's enzymes you're going to take with your food, is going to process the food you're eating right then and there. If you take those same enzymes, the same enzymes we're talking about, take them away from food. You could take them before bed, which is the best time. You shouldn't have eaten, I'd say, 3 hours before you go to bed anyway. Because if you're a late night eater and then you lay back on the couch or in a chair, you will create acid reflux. Okay, so you really want to be aware of when you're eating late at night to try to not do that in general. And then, so you'll have an empty stomach and you'll take, it just depends what's going on with you. If nothing's going on with you, just take one every night before bed for maintenance to kind of go in and help clean up the blood. What that enzyme is going to do is it's going to look for rogue proteins, things that shouldn't be in the bloodstream, things that should have gotten digested when you ate, but might have seeped through the intestinal wall. So you guys have heard of colitis, diverticulitis, all those issues, and everything to do with the colon. What happens is the permeability, you start having food that sneaks through the intestinal tract. And I want to tell you, and it goes into the bloodstream. I want to tell you an example of why that's so detrimental. So if you have your appendix and it's all inflamed and it's getting ready to burst, what do? Nurses should know this. They're going to bring you where? To the hospital immediately. They're going to rush you there because you're at risk for, if it bursts, for toxemia. So toxins, toxemia, you're highly toxic. That means whatever was in that little tail, okay, that little appendix, it's so tiny too. It was so inflamed and so filled with debris that had gone rancid and putrefied that you are at risk for dying. Like, that's mind-blowing. When I was studying this stuff, I'm like, that's mind-blowing. So that's how toxic our food can become when it sits. And so I want you to understand, when little pockets in the intestinal tract, when stuff seeps through there and gets into the bloodstream, that is debris that I can then see if I was to stick your finger, put it under the blood under a microscope and actually look at it and watch it. I can see excess debris in the blood. Your fats should be digested within like 4 hours. You shouldn't see chylous material, which is little bits of fat still floating around. That should be gone. So especially if I look at your blood in the morning and you've been fasting and I still see fats from the night before, I'll go, what did you eat? And they ate something really fatty. Well, that's going to be hard on the liver. So now think of all the issues with liver. Think of the gallbladder. That's all fat related. Okay, so I want you to be thinking of any issue that could be related to not processing your fats all the way down to where they can get utilized. And I mean, I can go on and on. I can literally do a full seminar on probably just each thing. So, but proteins, same thing. What happens when that uric acid floats around in the blood? What it looks like to me when I look at it in the microscope is broken glass. And if anyone's ever had like gout or something like that, when you get out of bed, it feels like you're walking on broken glass. The reason for that is that's what it looks like in your blood. It looks like these crystals of glass, very uncomfortable. So something so simple, if you have this excess debris in your blood, is to let the enzymes work their magic while you're sleeping. You're always healing when you're sleeping. So sleep is so, so important. Good water and sleep, good water and sleep, because the solution to pollution is dilution. So if you're eating a bunch of poo, you need to make sure you're drinking enough water, flushing it all out, and healing the body. So a little bit of enzyme maintenance at night or in between breakfast and lunch, lunch and dinner, just make sure it's at least like an hour away from your food. We don't go anywhere without enzymes. We have them in our pockets. We have them in our, well, we both have purses actually. He has a man bag. So we keep them in our purses too. But
Get out of here. Sit over there.
He tried to steal my bracelet before we came up because it matched his shirt. I'm serious, look at this. I said, I don't think I'm fit. I'm giving all your secrets away.
You're brutal, man. Anyway. All right. We need to keep it simple.
That was so simple.
Very simple. Because we don't want you to leave here just overwhelmed, and we don't want you to think you can't do it, but yet we want you to know how important this is. I haven't eaten anything heated, cooked, or processed in about 20 years without the enzyme. That's what we're telling you to do. You want to prevent having these issues that pop up. At some point, they're going to rear its head. And you, this is tough love, I guess. You could have prevented it. All you had to do was take a tiny little capsule before you ate those heated, cooked, or processed meals. And if you don't, shame on you. Because you have one body and one temple. So shame on you. Once you know, you can't unlearn the truth. This is tens of thousands of people would share this with you of what they've experienced. We don't teach weight loss. There's nothing wrong with weight loss. Weight loss is an absolute side effect of what we do. It's an absolute, I didn't try to be a friggin' 29 or whatever you said I was. It's embarrassing. I had to get my ego out of the way. I really had to get my ego out of the way because I was used to being bigger. And in the last time, about 5 years ago, I tore this rotator. This one like 30 years ago, surgery. I'm like, I'm not getting surgery again. I tore this one about 5, 6 years ago. I'm like, not this time. So I just started really making sure
Yeah, but you're strong. I kind of want to make him do some push-ups right now.
Get out.
Yes, encourage him
No.
to do push-ups. Yes, do it. I want you to realize that you can be thin, but be super strong. Do it. Do it. You wanted a workout today. Come on, push-ups, do it. I want you to do it right now. Come on, do it. Hurry up, come on, I am serious. Okay, let's go. Yeah, get it. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, it's about strength. Hey, baby, how old are you going to be in May?
11. You need to sit down, man. Come over there. No.
It's about strength.
It is about strength.
Yeah, and living a long time, not being hooked up to machines.
It's about feeling 100%.
Right.
Honestly, so I'll be 57 this month. I feel 100%. I did not feel 100% in my 30s. Do you remember what it feels like to be the best version of yourself? If you feel 10%, then let's get you to 20. It's not about being perfect. And that was weird, making me do push-ups and stuff.
Turn me on.
Oh my God. See what I deal with? This is every day. This is not an act. This is our life. Just come hang out.
Once your girls sign up now, we're going to know what.
Oh, yeah. You really need to go over there, man. Come over here somewhere. This is simple, you guys. It breaks our heart. We keep hearing these stories of issues that could have been prevented. We're not cars. We love medicine and doctors and Western medicine. Western medicine has gotten so far advanced Everyone is so specialized, right? Foot doctor, and you got a brain doc, and you got a this doc and that doc, and all these things. And most of the time, they don't talk together. You go to a specific doc, and he's going to have you do this because that's what he's an expert in. The body works all together. And then they just want to rip out. Let's just rip out that gallbladder. Let's rip that out, right? You don't need that anymore. Oh, what? I'm not a car. You don't just rip out parts. At least with cars, you pull out air. You know, they put new parts in. You take some of these parts out of our body, they were there for a reason. And now they're just gone? That's not the solution. You guys, wake up. This is not hard. Wake up. If you love people, if you care about people, you can change their lives. And it's not just about taking this enzyme. Obviously, eat healthier food. And you can't eat perfect, we get that. But you do have to understand, be mindful when you're eating. What am I consuming? If we worked with cancer facilities or things in patients in other countries, the very first thing they do is they flood the body with raw nutrients to take all the pressure off the body. So why shouldn't we do that? People always say, Sean, how do you lose weight? I'm like, I'm not trying to lose weight. I eat. There are no rules. There's no such thing as breakfast, lunch, and dinner to me. I don't even know what that is and where it came from. Who makes these rules, man? We have to stop being sheeple and doing what everyone's doing that we think is supposed to be normal. It's not normal. That's why we're jacked up. We're the sickest generation this country's ever seen. We've been teaching this for a long time, and it's getting worse. It's not getting better. All these different things affect our health. All these chemicals, all this. If we forgot to bring something to the hotel, I'm like, man, really? I got to put that conditioner on my hair or use that soap? Those are endocrine disruptors, man. Those are chemicals. They mess with your thyroid, your sexual health, everything. I wonder if we got reproductive issues out there. You can't keep putting chemicals in our food, into our body, on our skin, in our personal care, our household cleaning products. It's all chemicals, man. You have to wake up to this stuff. Be aware and make little changes. Ladies, I love you, but most makeup is so toxic, you have no idea what it does to the body. Get a cleaner version of makeup. Guys, ladies just take care of themselves typically better than most guys. And so they have more chemicals every day when they start their day, when they leave the home. But guys, we're no different. I mean, shaving cream, cologne, come on, man, don't put any cologne on. Go get some kind of essential oil or something. Why would you hurt your own body? Why wouldn't you love yourself? And then why would you hurt your kids? Only if you didn't know. And this is what we want you to know. This is a lifestyle, man. This is not difficult. This is common sense. This is what we should be doing. The enzyme is a part of it because we're all going to eat cooked food. We're not raw foodists in here. It's not fun. We've been there. We've done it. That doesn't mean we don't try to eat 80% raw every day. That's our goal. Okay, so little simple steps will take you there. Just meet people wherever they are. Don't throw up all this information on people. They're not going to listen to you. They're going to think you're weird. Just start them with the little enzyme and be more aware. Be the example of what you're eating with people all the time. Just be that example to your spouse or to your kids or to your relatives. Just one little thing at a time. And this is not complicated. That's what frustrates me so much, is this is so simple. It is so simple. And we just keep getting sicker. And it's sad. So we'll go away with that. I have no idea how long we've been rambling up here. Is there anything you want to add to this? No, you just keep making fun of me.
I never even finished the River of Life.
Well, do that, man. I don't even know. You want to finish the River of Life real quick? Wait, before you make fun of me.
I don't make fun of you. I
I'll give you an example. By the way, we love all our doctors. This isn't a medical thing. This is an information thing.
Well, they also don't get a lot of
No, they don't get a lot of the nutrition training. But what happens if your blood gets thick and sticky and they put you on a
blood thinner?
This is what I'm not tithing to talk about. And then your blood flows better, but the blood's still dirty. It's thinner, right? So when Tylene was describing cleaning the blood, taking enzymes away from food, your blood starts to get cleaned and then it naturally flows better. And now if your red blood cells traveling from your big toe to your brain or whatever in a minute or whatever it takes to deliver nutrients to the brain, do we have brain issues now? Yes or no? I mean, like ADD, ADHD, ABCD, EFG, I mean, all this stuff, everything. Depression, anxiety, now more than ever, it's goofy. Well, have you ever thought that if don't have enough good friendly gut bacteria, you're not creating good vitamin B to feed the brain? And then did you also understand that if your food's not breaking down, even if you're eating good, there's no nutrients being delivered to the brain? Duh, of course we're going to have brain issues. This isn't hard. This is not complicated. So that's a really, really important thing when we talk about blood being the river of life. You know, as Ty says, you know, to just close out with like debris or a river or a creek or something like that. I'm going to say.
I'll make it really fast because I forgot Dr. Tim's talking. We're just chatting up here like we got nothing else to do for the rest of the day. I don't know. I'm just excited to be out of the house. I don't know about you guys. When I'm at home, I got like a million animals all yelling my name. Literally, I think they know my name now. They're all spoiled. But no, so real quick, it's about oxygen. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, I heard somebody. It's so funny. My son's in the back. Say hi, James. That's my son, James. So he's never been on any medication ever. And he's pretty diligent about actually listening to me. That's why I brought him. My younger son, who doesn't listen to me at all, I left him at home with all the animals. So that's perfect. We all have one of those. So I feel your pain when your family members don't listen to you perfectly. You can message me. I know what that's like. But no, it's about oxygen. So when you're taking the enzymes on an empty stomach, it's going to go in and get rid of debris. I don't have enough time to teach you what all that debris is, but I will tell you the debris that's in there, they all like each other. They start hanging out. All the bad guys like to hang out. When I look at it in your blood, I call them bacteria hotels of bad bacteria and yeast and funguses and things that like to hang out together in the bloodstream, which creates blockages. And maybe not complete blockages where a vein or an artery is totally blocked, but little bits of debris within the bloodstream that's like a regular river if there was logs in the way. So when you're trying to bring your little canoe or your boat through that river, it's not making it because there's all this debris in the way. So it's going to go slow. And once you remove that debris, in a real river, you're going to be able to move the boat through the river. The other thing is the pockets off to the side of a real river, it's clean and moving. Whereas if you find a river that has pockets of water that has sat still and stagnant, you'll start getting the mosquitoes and the bad algae and all the bad stuff. It's the same water that's always been there, just like the water and the river of life in our body, same thing that's been there since you were born. The problem is once there's so much debris in our own body, it does the same thing. It lies there stagnant, creates stagnancy. And what that does is create those bacteria hotels, and it allows disease to flourish. It gives it the perfect opportunity for you to be a really good host. And so when you start cleaning up the blood and the enzymes go and bump into things, certain substrates that are in the blood that it doesn't recognize, it's like, hey, you got to get out of here. You're a rogue protein or something. It will then get rid of that. And then now your red blood cells, the little boats that need to deliver packages, they can move, and that creates that more energy and better sleep and oxygen. And that's a big thing. It's a big thing for athletes and everyone. But I definitely want to give a warm welcome to Dr. Tim Harrigan, because I'll keep talking. But we've known Tim for years, and we love him, and even better, he still loves us, so that's great. And it looks like he's coming up with people who haven't digested pudding in a while. I'll let him explain what that lovely thing is. But Tim, we love and appreciate you. We're having an event is it next weekend? Yeah, literally when we get back at our home, Loomer land. So if you guys can make it, definitely come out. Dr. Tim is going to be speaking there as well. And we have a few other treats, and John is going to be speaking there.
We have treats.
No, that's a treat that they're speaking.
Oh, okay. You're a treat, Tim.
You're a treat.
No, we have some really cool people coming out there to the ranch. It's next Friday. Go Friday, Saturday till like Sunday at lunchtime. It's very experienced based as well. So we'll talk about, we'll have a couple experts, a couple doctors. We've invited John to come out, and it's a healthy lifestyle retreat. We'll do some weird stuff if you guys don't mind. You know, we'll probably do a little sound healing the first night. We'll have live music out there. We'll do, you just participate whatever you want. If you want to go do yoga, if you want to go do meditation, if you want to go hiking, if you want to go play with the animals, whatever it is you want to do, we want people to enjoy themselves. If you guys like karaoke, we're going to have to do some karaoke out there, but it'll be a lot of fun. So let us know if you want to participate in that. Dr. Tim is amazing, so get ready to hear. He'll keep you going for sure.
Hey everybody, I just need some permission real quick. I know we're running over time. Do I have permission to speak a little bit here? Is that cool? Can we go over a little bit? Okay, the next thing is simplify it. Do what they said, okay? Don't do what I'm about to say. So what I mean by that is I'm gonna complicate the heck out of it. But you have to understand the background, or we just have products, okay? You have to understand the situation, the problem, the statistics and some of that stuff. So I'm gonna vomit information on you like you've never seen before. I'm comfortable enough with you, I'm gonna let it rip, okay? So here we go. So cover my butt real quick. Guys, talk to your doctors before you do anything with your healthcare program. These statements are not approved by the FDA. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm not claiming anything, okay? So now that I said that, let's do it, okay? So has anybody seen this before? This says, I'm not gonna name any names, they might come after me. This says 2008 on it, April 2008. You can come up and look at it. Try not to touch it too much because it is a little fragile these days. But fungus won't even grow on this darn thing. This is 13 years old. I could probably spray water on it, microwave it, and feed it to you, and probably taste all right. This is not food. Maybe not some of you, right? This is not food. This is what people are eating all the freaking time. This is in a hospital. If you want to feel more alive than dead, eat more foods that are more alive than dead. It's very simple. Are these foods alive that they're serving here? No. This creates disease, right? So the truth will set you free, but first I'm probably going to piss you off a little bit. It's disturbing. When you understand some of this stuff, it should make you angry. We want that. I don't care what drives you. Find something though, okay? But because this is that important. Top 4 leading causes of death, real quick. Heart disease, cancer, medical intervention done properly, medications number 4. This is not me, you guys. This is hard to find sometimes. It's not going to come up as your first Google searches, right? That's not good advertising. This is why we do what we do. This is why we need more voices. This right here. Understand? So a typical male living in the United States has a better statistical chance of either winning a Super Bowl ring, this is for Dave, by the way, or an Academy Award than they do of reaching the age of 65 without being diagnosed with diabetes, hypertension, or heart disease. Is that okay with any of you? No. It's not okay. So you guys have all seen this. Take this pill for that. It creates this side effect. Take this pill for that side effect. That creates another side effect. Take this pill for the third side effect. It goes on and on and on, you guys. This is not causative. It's putting a, your check engine light comes on. We're driving around and you put a piece of black tape over it, right? We didn't feel the problem. We saw the alarm. We covered the alarm with a piece of black tape. The problem continues silently. Who knows the first symptom of heart disease usually? The heart attack. Takes many, many years and decades to get to that point usually, right? We cannot just listen to symptoms, okay? This is crazy. So I'm going to get into medications a little bit. This is not my opinion. Don't get mad at me, okay? I love doctors. They save our lives all the time. Okay, that's not what this is about. However, ibuprofen, 1 a day for 5 years, increased cancer risk by 50%. Okay? 1 aspirin a day for 5 years increased breast cancer risk by 80%. Safe over-the-counter bull crap, right? So I'm going to go over a few different medications to kind of paint the idea. I could literally give you thousands and thousands of examples of this, okay? So possible increased risk of fracture with long-term high-dose use of heartburn drugs. Do you think we need heartburn drugs when we take enzymes? No. I don't. We have tricks to help neutralize some of that stuff, okay? When you fix digestion, this is just a side effect of digestion. It's the check engine light popping up, okay? Get to the cause. This is not okay. This is not a good option. I'm not going to take those drugs. The FDA strengthens warnings that NSAIDs. You guys know what those are, right? All the prescription or the over-the-counter medications for pain. Increase heart attack and stroke risk. So your thumb hurts. I'm going to take an aspirin. Is that a good trade-off? No. Absolutely not. We're giving kids way too many drugs, you guys. More than ever in history. And our lifespan is getting worse. So if it were working, shouldn't our lifespan be getting better? Yes. Absolutely. Only 6% of drug advertising material is supported by evidence. This is out of the British Medical Journal. This is not me. This should piss you off. So for the first time in history, the more we spend on healthcare, our lifespan is getting worse. This is out of fortune.com. This is now a reality. This is a reality now. Children eating 12 hot dogs or more per month have 9 times the risk of developing leukemia. Every kid eats hot dogs. What are we doing? What the hell are we doing? So 1988, obesity is the biggest problem, guys. This feeds almost every disease process, right? So real quick, 1988, all the red states were 35% or more obesity rates, okay? I'm going to show you a slide in a second. It's just 12 years later in 2000. It's 2021 now. Imagine the problem now. These are old statistics. 1988, ready? 2000, here we are. 21 years ago. Is anybody okay with this? No. So every pound we lose, a lot of weight loss testimonials, right? Every pound we lose, you actually decrease about 4 to 5 pounds of pressure on your knees. 1 pound. This is 5 pounds up here. This is 20 less pounds of pressure on your knees every time you take a step. Do you think your knees will last longer? Yeah. Absolutely. So the opposite of dead food is stuff like this, right? That rabbits eat. So throw this in salads and smoothies. There's hundreds of things in here. And you're at best getting a few macros out of this. And most of you aren't even breaking down those macros. How many gallbladder issues are there? Heartburn, stomach acid issues, right? We're not digesting things properly anymore. How many people do you know that have high cholesterol? Their blood sugar starts coming up. Those are indigestion problems, right? You're not breaking those things down because you're getting too much of them over time. So diabetes, fastest growing disease in every age group. Guys, we have 2 formulas, right, that help me break down sugar better, help my body, we don't have as much insulin effect in our body because of these products, right? We're not treating anything, but as we know, exercise helps improve blood sugar. Exercise helps improve oxygen. That's all it is. It's a very simple thing we can do to start changing these patterns, and you guys all know about it. Do not get sugar-free, fat-free foods, you guys. Yeah. It is a hoax. It will make you sicker. Aspartame is a double-edged sword. With diabetes, we're worried about sugar because it spikes my insulin, right? And we break that system over time. Well, this is a double-edged sword. Your brain does not know the difference between aspartame and real sugar. Even though there's 0 calories in it, you get just the same amount of insulin release. But now here's the second problem. I'd rather you have the sugary version of this, not the sugar-free. I don't want you to do that either, but you get the point. The second part of that is aspartame's a neurotoxin. When they put that in a petri dish of a growing neuron, it dissolves it immediately. What are all the diabetic complications? Retinopathy, right? Amputations because of poor circulation, neuropathies, nerve problems, right? This is not a good solution either. So whenever you see the words fat-free or low-fat, think of the words chemical shitstorm, okay? Seriously. They have to add something back into it. So real quick, Dr. Chi, would you mind playing a little? We're gonna play part of it. You'll get the idea. I'm gonna shut it off because we're running out of time, but a lot of us don't think we get sugar in our diet. So I wanna show this to you. Is there any sound on that by chance, Dr. Chi? I can hear it on here if you want to just put it on here.
Banana has about 1/8 cup of sugar, and that's just breakfast. Let's say around 10 a.m. you get hungry, so you have a snack. Let's say you have a fruit on the bottom yogurt. This fruit on the bottom, low-fat yogurt, has a whopping 1/4 cup of sugar. And for lunch, let's say you're watching your weight, so you have a skinned chicken breast, baked potato, and some bread. There is no sugar in the chicken, but the potato has a heaping 1/4 cup of sugar in it. And the bread also has a 1/4 cup of sugar in it. So now 3 o'clock rolls around and you're feeling a bit tired, so you have a few pieces of candy and a soda pop. The candy is about 1/4 cup of, you got it right, sugar. And the soda is about 1/4 cup of sugar as well. Now for dinner, you're a good low-fat dieter and you're really trying to do the right thing, so all you need is pasta. Pasta, bread, and a soda. And the pasta again is about 1/4 cup of sugar. The bread, another 1/4 cup. And the soda, about 1/4 cup of sugar. Now, are you getting the picture? Look at all this sugar in the food you're eating. Incredible, isn't it? Keep in mind now.
So a lot of us think we eat healthy. We run into these people. I already eat healthy. I don't need to supplement. You know, people. This is so hidden in plain sight. This is a big problem. This is part of why we have so much disease. Sugar feeds every problem you could ever label. Any disease, any condition, any symptom. Sugar will make it worse in every situation. So disease is made. It is not caught. I don't catch diabetes. I don't catch heart disease. Do genetics play into it a little bit? Well, of course, but your genetics are a response to the environment. They're light switches, you guys. This has been proven through science. What you do in your environment to your health, the food you're ingesting, the amount of water you're drinking, the thoughts in your head, the exercise you're doing or not doing, it all affects this, okay? So we have a lot of stuff. I want to break down the 3 basic types of enzymes, you guys. Very important to understand this. There's over 5,000 discovered. There's 3 categories. Metabolic, they run my whole body, everything in it. How I'm breathing right now, how I'm blinking and all that stuff. Then we have digestive enzymes. Do not let people run out and buy enzymes, you guys. When they start learning this, they go buy garbage. Tylene has done the work for us. These things work amazingly. And it's not just enzymes, it's the formula, it's the delivery system, it's the probiotics, the prebiotics. We need all of that stuff. Don't supplement with digestive enzymes. Almost everything out there has hydrochloric acid, which your body produces, betaine hydrochloride, things that came from animals that your body produces. That's dangerous. If I give you testosterone, your brain says, I have plenty of testosterone. All the organs that used to produce that shut down. They don't need to be using themselves, right? So now, you already had a problem. That's why we prescribed the testosterone to you. It was a weak system. Now I put you on testosterone. Your brain shuts down the rest of that system that's trying to work hard, and now it gets even less work. If you don't use something, you lose it. Just like your muscle, your bone, your stomach acid. If I supplement to you, your digestive problems will probably get better. But your body produces that. I'm going to shut down that system if you do that. We need food-based enzymes. That's what you guys are supplementing with. They are not digestive enzymes. It's very important to understand that. Everybody's taking the wrong thing. So we talked about drugs a little bit. So over 98% of the drugs work by poisoning enzymes or blocking receptors. I just said metabolic enzymes run your whole body, everything that's happening in your body right now. This is disturbing. 98% of drugs do this, okay? So the metabolic enzymes, they run the body. Literally I'm going to keep this simple. You guys can read these later if you want. You drop dead. When you run out of enzymes, you literally run out of life, okay? That's why more foods that are more alive than dead add to that. But at this point in time in history, the way our soils are, you cannot eat enough to get your optimal amounts of things. It is impossible, okay? So in 1940, 1 bowl of salad equals the nutrients in 15 to 20 bowls today. In 1940, that wasn't that long ago, right? 15 to 20 bowls of salad. Anybody want to sit down and try to eat that? I'd like to see that, by the way, so let's do that. So digestive enzymes. Is it hot in here, you guys, by the way? Okay, it's not, okay. So digestive enzymes, again, they come from the pancreas, from your salivary glands, from your stomach. That's what we don't want to supplement with. You want to supplement with the food enzymes. Those are the essential things that should be coming into our body throughout our whole life. So food enzymes are found in living, fresh foods. I'm going to keep this simple. You guys get this? They do an amazing job. It's hard to follow up with them after they speak, but the length of life is inversely proportional to the rate of exhaustion of your enzymes. You drop dead when they run out. Feed that bank account every meal. If you have a raw smoothie, maybe take one. I still take them with raw food because that's how deficient we are, okay? I want to make sure there's no extra stress on my body. We have enough stress on our body. Everybody agree with that? So, benefits of raw foods. They're easier to digest. They have more protein, or I'm sorry, more oxygen. They're enzyme rich. They have lots of phytonutrients, okay? We keep this simple. Raw milk. I just want to show this to you. You can actually purchase raw milk. It's not in the grocery stores usually, but there's special places you can find this in most states. I'm not sure about other countries, but here's the difference. Just by cooking this natural, milk that a cow produces, which you really shouldn't drink anyway, but I'm just giving you an example here. Here's what happens. Pasteurization is a heating process. It's flash heating to kill the germs and lots of other stuff. It's now a processed food. It's almost like eating a GMO versus an organic variety. Okay, it literally kills it. It processes it. So look at the reduction. All of these are active in raw milk. When we cook it, you literally destroy it. Now it's a processed food that puts stress on your body. That's what all cooked foods do. That's just an example that you guys can get the idea with. So fiber, when you cook fiber, it doesn't have the benefits of fiber anymore. It doesn't have the benefits of fiber. We all know, we've seen or heard, fiber helps prevent colon stuff and whatever, right? I don't want to name any diseases, but you're breaking it down. That fiber is worthless now. So you're not actually getting fiber when you think you are. So raw. So the length of life, again, I'm repeating myself there. So all disease begins in the gut, you guys. Every single thing begins in the gut in some way or some form and contributes to other issues that are already there. So if you want to play this one real quick. So Tylene talked about leaky gut. I'm going to show you exactly what that is because then it's going to stick. These are healthy cells. They're about 3 to 5 microns apart. Okay, that's the barrier we want. That's a healthy gut, or smart tube is what we call it. We call it a smart tube because when you eat things, we don't want to just absorb everything randomly. We want your body to take in what it needs and not take in what it doesn't need. So this is smart. To give you an idea, those red blood cells are about 6 to 7 microns. So the gap should be 3 to 5, okay, to give you an idea. So when we eat processed food, when we're stressed, when we drink those sodas and the aspartame and everything else, you have a bad mindset, you don't sleep enough, it puts stress on the body, creating what's called leaky gut. Now let's play this one, you'll get the idea. So instead of 3 to 5 microns, it can go up to 300 to 500 microns apart. You're absorbing things without your smart tube. You have a dumb tube now, okay? And what happens if you keep absorbing things your body doesn't understand? We create antibodies. Autoimmune conditions, what are those? Okay, put it together. This is a big problem. Just go type in, what's the technical term? I'm drawing a blank. Intestinal permeability into pubmed.gov. Just read through there. Look at the science, okay? So this is what's in an apple. When I eat food, whole foods, this rabbit food, right? There's hundreds of things in here. One apple has hundreds of things. You don't want high doses of a dozen things. I want small doses of tens of thousands of things. That's where whole foods come in, and hopefully when you're eating those, you're breaking it down. If not, always take enzymes, of course. So I want to just break this down very simply. This is the vitamin C complex. Vitamin C is not one little thing. Hemp, cannabis, those are not one little thing we call CBD, right? We want the whole plant. I'm gonna get into more of that here in a second. This is what we want. This is what comes from nature. I don't want to pull the ascorbic acid out of that and just give you ascorbic acid and call it vitamin C. That's not helpful. We want everything in that piece of lettuce, right? So here's one example out of a nutrition journal. 1,500 milligrams of that isolated vitamin C, which is synthetic vitamins. It would take 1,500 milligrams of that vitamin C to do what the natural vitamin C does, and there's about 5 milligrams in an apple. That apple we just saw. 5 milligrams in its natural form are far more effective than 1,500 milligrams in the synthetic form. We don't want high doses of things. We want lots of micro doses of lots of things, okay? So in one meal, you guys, you can change your hormones. In 1 week, you can change how you feel. 1 month, how you look. 1 year, you can literally extend your life. I have some other thoughts on that, but we're limited on time here. So this will give you an example of why we can still heal, right? Sean says he's healthier now than when he was in his 30s. This is why. Don't think it's too late. Don't think, oh, my doctor said I'm going to have this forever. Don't let them deflate you. Your health is up to you, not me, not them, not your spouse, not your kids. Take responsibility for it. And we have such simple ways to do that are so impactful. So I don't have many health issues, but when I do have things come up, I love to, see how these things work on an injury. So I tore something in my ankle right here. It actually snapped. I rolled my ankle 90 degrees, pop, oh crap, tripled in size, okay? So I just want to show you with enzymes, this is the power of enzymes. Now, I don't want to lie, I was doing other therapies, cold laser, and some other things. However, it's been 20 years since I've had a major injury like this. I'm 20 years older when this happened, and the last time it's happened, I healed in 1/3 of the amount of time. I SHITU not, in about 1/3 of the amount of time, and I was 20 years older. So here's a week later, you can see the bruising, the blood vessels, all those types of things. 2 weeks later, I have a sock on, I apologize. This is 2 weeks later, you guys. A major sprain in my ankle. That's what it looked like 2 weeks later when I flooded my body with enzymes. Again, I did other things, but enzymes are a big part of this, okay? So it wasn't perfectly normal. It still was unstable because I did tear something, but that'll give you an idea. So take a picture of this. Everybody, our food pyramid is jacked up. It is jacked up. The agricultural industry has created our food pyramid to sell you more of their crappy food, okay? It's really that simple. So we need more vegetables. We need more raw foods in all these categories almost. Don't eat raw beef, of course, that would be silly, but you get the idea. So you're fat, but you're good fat. Okay, guys, we don't get enough raw fats. How many, again, gallbladder issues are out there? How many people get their gallbladder taken out? People are not digesting fat properly. Your skin is fat. That's how the sun converts my cholesterol in my skin to vitamin D. Your brain is fat. Fat is essential to the body, and we're not breaking it down properly. Enzymes help us do that. So, guys, 95% of the industry, do not let people run out and buy supplements. You educate them on vitamins, they go buy a crappy vitamin that's cheap. You educate them on enzymes, they go out and buy a cheap enzyme product that's not full spectrum. It doesn't have a good delivery system. It doesn't have all the other stuff for it to work synergistically with the body. So just don't let them do it. 95% of what's in the industry is garbage, synthetic, isolated, whereas other stuff added to it that does not belong in your body. Okay, 95%. So we're pretty lucky to know people that help us create these products for our families and my patients and everybody else. It's phenomenal. So one example of isolated things, biotin. I just took this at one of the major drugstores. I took a picture of it. Guys, this says 33,000% of your RDA in one serving of this thing. That is not what your body needs. Again, we need tens of thousands of things in microdoses, but this is what everybody takes. We have to educate them so they understand that. This is a vitamin, a synthetic vitamin. You can literally track it through the whole intestinal tract. It doesn't get broken down. Your body doesn't want to absorb it. This is what most people are taking. This is what is sold at most stores and online. So eat every color every day. Get all of these things, the tens of thousands of things that are good for you. Get every color every day. Throw them in a blender if you want. Drink it, gag on it, whatever you have to do to get it down. Get this crap in your body though, right? Every color every day, just keep that in mind. Look at your food. Start, journaling if you have to, so you can make sure that happens. The longer the shelf life, the shorter yours. It's really simple. It's very simple, you guys. This has a very good shelf life. Very good for business if I'm a manufacturer, because I can keep that in a warehouse for years until I sell it to you and call it food and poison you, basically, right? So, CBD. Sean's like, oh shit, he's talking about CBD. So, let's keep this simple. Everybody, I want you to just Google, get on your phones, tell your friends to get on their phones. Is it hot here? A little bit, okay. So get on your phones, type in to a Google search, CBD oil absorption. It's very simple. This is how you talk to people about CBD. You just do that one thing. At best, it's 5 to 18% absorbed. I buy a $50 bottle of CBD. Remember, it's not about CBD. It's about the plant. It's about the whole food, the raw plant. So you get a $50 bottle of CBD oil, okay? And you're at best getting $5 worth of CBD. What a freaking waste of money. And your liver has to process that. You have to metabolize it. Just look up CBD and liver issues or whatever. We're not talking about CBD. We're talking about the whole plant, raw, unprocessed, okay? So drugs are bad. Guys, always make sure people understand we're not talking about medical marijuana. There's a time and place for that. Absolutely. That's not what we're talking about, though. And that's what people correlate. Remember, you have to cover the objections with them before they come up or they won't listen to you, okay? Be different and explain things differently. So this is not drugs. So again, only 6% of all drug advertising, which people, it's funny to me, right? People, you say, take this CBD, and all of a sudden they're researchers. And I literally tell people, I say, look at your last meal. I guarantee what's in here is far safer than anything you've eaten today. It's really that simple. It's that simple of a conversation. It's literally safer than the last meal they ate. You see what people are eating. This is poison. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not nutritious versus non-nutritious food. That's a lie. That's sugarcoating it. No pun intended, right? So you either have nutritious, feeding the body something I need to help my, procedures and physiology, or I'm damaging my body. Is this damaging or nutritious? It's damaging. Is this damaging or nutritious? Don't call this non-nutritious. We're killing people with this. It's not that simple. Don't sugarcoat it. So, guys, this is old stuff. By the way, we have a system in our body that connects our nervous system, our hormonal system, and our immune system. These plants were illegal to research for decades, let alone take them. Illegal to research? What are they hiding? There's lots of stuff they're hiding. So this is a very old thing. We have a system in our body called the endocannabinoid system. It's a signaling system. It's like our telephone wires. It's what connects our nervous system to our hormonal system to our immune system. They should be teaching this in medical school. It is as important as your immune system and every other system we're taught. This connects the systems. So will my systems work perfectly if I'm deficient in CBD? All of your organs have CBD receptors. Nursing moms produce CBD and it goes to the baby. This is not a gimmick or luxury. This is essential to our bodies and we're all deficient, just like enzymes, okay? Very important. You get people on enzymes and a whole flower fluid, it's really all you need to do for a while. It's very foundational, okay? Very foundational. Is it hot in here, you guys? Okay. So you guys, everything is inflammation, right? Every disease process is inflammation. Everything, every symptom you've ever heard of, everything your families are complaining about is inflammation, okay? So does CBD help with inflammation? Lots of studies that maybe tell us that, okay? So a few more things about how we do things just as a country, and I'm not sure how bad it is in other countries. I'm not very cultured in that regard, but I would imagine it's similar because technology is great, the word travels fast, right? There's more Western diets now across the whole globe now than ever before. So children who had received Tylenol only once per year were at 70% greater risk for asthma, while those receiving Tylenol once a month, 540% more likely to have asthma. This is what everybody gives their kids when they have a fever. Let the fever go. There's a dangerous fever, 105 and above or something like that, right? But let the fever run its course. That's how we get stronger. That's how we burn out bad germs, you guys. The body's very smart, way smarter than any doctor, okay? Understand that. So how ibuprofen destroys muscle growth. How many people exercise in here? How many people do you know that exercise that take these medications because they're sore a lot, right? So everybody does. It's just what we do. Acute liver failure from acetaminophen overdose. The most common cause of liver failure is Tylenol. We're feeding this to our kids. Women taking 1 aspirin a day, I actually went over this earlier, I apologize, increase their risk of breast cancer by 80%, 1 aspirin a day. So why are people researching when we recommend a natural, unprocessed, uncontaminated product? It's so weird, isn't it? We're so brainwashed. It's very interesting. So why are we okay with giving children Valium and Klonopin when cannabis can stop their seizures faster and with less side effects? I'm not just talking about seizures. This is just a common thing, obviously, that those plants are used for, okay? Again, we have a system in our body. It's deficient. It's really that simple. You have an endocannabinoid system that's struggling as we speak up here right now. So this is becoming mainstream. It's sad that we have to wait for things to become mainstream. We do not. We do lots of research. We hate mainstream because they brainwash people. They push us certain directions for marketing and new information. This is so old, it's ridiculous. So it's just scary what people are taking for their over-the-counters, for all their aches and pains when we have such a better solution. So just a couple things. PTSD, they're using it for this. A good website for you guys to start doing your own research and make up your own mind about it is projectcbd.org. Just type in keywords, start doing some research. You'll understand why this is essential and why we're so passionate about it. People that work out, it doesn't slow down your muscle growth like ibuprofen. We just showed that slide. This is a much better solution. Enzymes, you saw my ankle after an injury. Athletes have injuries, right? CBD, lots of research showing we heal better, faster, more appropriately. CBD oil, so this is oil, but of course, when we have something that's fuller plant, it's gonna work even better, okay? So keep that in mind. But you know, I'm not gonna say any disease names, but stiff joints and those types of things. As we have testimonial after testimonial after testimonial, just from our families, let alone hundreds of people that we've worked with just individually. Sleep is when we heal and repair. Who doesn't sleep good in here? I don't wanna call you out, but so many people do not sleep properly. You heal when you sleep. So if I'm not sleeping at night, you're not repairing that day's damage. If I'm not repairing that day's damage, I get more and more and more micro trauma, more disease processes happening over time. You have to make sure you're sleeping. So again, it is not about CBD. That is a tiny little piece of this puzzle, you guys. Just like lactase is a tiny piece of the enzyme puzzle. We need it all. We need the full spectrum, okay? So this system, literally, you guys, every organ in your body has receptors, okay? Is it hot in here? Yeah. So anyway, so this system is so important and we're all deficient. So it literally connects your hormonal system. I've had people come tell me that their hot flashes kind of went away, you know, or got better. Sorry about that, I got excited there. You know, just, don't treat things. Never treat things. Why would you want to treat something? It doesn't make sense. If you get the body functioning better, we start fixing deficiencies and toxicities and imbalances, just common sense stuff, the body will start to run better, okay? So, where are we at there? Can you, oh, sorry. What's that? Okay. Sorry, I got excited. I'm like trying to take my clothes off here and stuff. It's awkward. So, I can go back here. There we go, perfect, right there. All right, guys. So this is what we want. And this is still a small fraction of those plants, you guys. This is still a very small fraction. It is not about CBD anymore. People are creating CBG products, CBA. It's isolates, you guys. Don't get excited about that. When they come up with a study that says CBG helps with headaches. No, I want it all. We want the whole freaking puzzle, right? That's what this is. So this is out of New York. Consumer Reports showed. This is why you do not let people go out and just buy stuff, okay? Do not let them buy stuff. 4 out of 5 products they're testing, herbal products, out of New York, literally do not have in the bottle what they say is on the label. Don't let people go buy this stuff. You have to guide them. You have to educate them. It's all garbage. Not all of it, but most of it. So this is a little different. I don't have my favorite shirt on today. My wife hates tank tops. But you guys, what I was doing is just a little different example. I'm not going to take this off. We have to go through layers. Healing is layers. Don't give this to somebody and say, you need this for your IBS. Educate them. There are layers that have to happen. We have 20 or 30 or 40 years of ingrained patterns of layers. We can't tell people they're going to take this and within 30 days their headaches are going to be gone or whatever. Don't treat things. Fix what they need fixed. Help fix their imbalances. Help give them the things they're deficient in and help them detoxify the things they have too much of. It's that simple. When we do that, it's pretty cool. It's a layering. It's a layer. It takes years to get healthy, you guys. Can we start making progress today by doing very simple things? Of course we can. That's silly to even ask. These are what we call things. I'm not going to name any names. We label them. You give me 20 different lupus patients, for example. 20 different people that we diagnosed them with lupus and labeled them. I fix all of them differently. They all have different deficiencies. They all have different toxicities. They all have different imbalances. I don't care the name of their condition. Let's get them healthier. It's very simple, you guys. So I don't think holistic remedies are safe. You guys run into this sometimes? Again, they turn into researchers all of a sudden when they just ate that crap. Research that. It'll scare the heck out of you. There's literally, I think, 20 cancer-causing chemicals in here. You guys know that almost 80% of our food supply here are illegal in other countries. GMOs are illegal in certain countries. MSG is illegal in other countries. And we just consume it like crazy here. Is it a surprise our lifespan is getting worse? It's ridiculous. So I had to make you guys uncomfortable, okay? If you're uncomfortable, I don't know if you are, but otherwise you would never have moved. Okay, we have to get uncomfortable. We have to go through struggles. Maybe I have to have that heart attack, hopefully not, to start making changes finally. My mom almost died from smoking. She got a pneumonia so bad, she almost died. That's what got her to quit smoking, and her lungs are healthier 10 years later than they've ever been. She doesn't have the smoker's cough anymore. Guys, this is the power of this stuff. We live and breathe this. This is not a product. This is essential to every one of your systems. Absolutely every one of you. Thank you, guys.
Well, I hope, John, you want to come here for a second, John? Well, I hope you all enjoyed this, today's event. I mean, I'll tell you straight, I wish I would have met these three individuals, I don't know, 50 years ago. I was not born yet. But anyway, that's how impressed I am with Sean and Ty and Dr. Tim. I mean, incredible information. And it just really opens our minds and our thoughts and everything about what we have. And I truly believe we are, we came together, I guess. Everything's meant to be. I really believe in that realm. I really believe that things happen for a reason, and it's just the timing of everything happening right now with what's going on with our company and the bringing them together here and along with Greg. Thank you, Greg, for all you've done, and we've been chatting back and forth a lot. But I mean, just understand that we got something incredible here, and I really believe that we're going to take this, our company, we're going to take Melendez to the next level. And it's all about that one thing that they talked about. It's all about helping individuals get healthy and see the potential of what we have. And but the side effects of helping people get healthy is you can make a lot of money. I promise you that if you go work. And I'll tell you, I mean, nothing better than what you see and what you have as you see all these individuals on upstage the last 3 years came on board in over 6-7 years, having successes in their own rights, right? And with consistent focus and work and commitment to looking for new people to help. That's all they did. They worked hard. And the best part is you saw most of them, no experiences at all whatsoever. And that tells you that we have a system that's set in place that's already there for us. All we got to do is just go into the system and do what we do and go out there and make things happen. And that's where I really believe. I love our company, been here, for 3+ years, and it is one of the most incredible. If you haven't met Dave Jordan yet, you will be able to meet him once everything opens up and once at a convention. You will understand his heart and you understand his vision and what he's doing, what Dave and George are doing. So thank you for coming. John's going to say a few words on your addresses or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed today. I know I certainly did. This is like the third time that I've heard Sean and Ty and Dr. Tim. And, one of the things that really excites me is the education of learning the reasons behind it and the reasons for it and the reasons, how your body works and all that. Because I've always just tried to take Band-Aids, right? And this will help me, that'll help me, and nothing's really helped me. And so I'm really excited about, making some life changes due to the education and what I've learned. So thank you guys, really appreciate it. I'm gonna turn a corner myself here. So, but listen, we have a reception tonight at 7 o'clock at my home. If you have a pen or paper or you wanna record this, it's 2216 Overlook Canyon Lane. It's in Henderson, 2216 Overlook Canyon Lane. It's about 15 minutes from here. There's a gate code, which is the #, and then 1855, # 1855. We're going to start at 7 o'clock. There's going to be, when we leave here, I'm sure you're all hungry. Go have kind of a late lunch. I do have a lot of food that is going to be there. So it's going to be kind of heavier d'oeuvres. And it is food that is going to require enzymes. Okay? Most of it is going to require enzymes. So I do have a little bit of raw food, but maybe we can each get 5% today. You know, so definitely not 50. But it'll be good, and it'll be healthy with some enzymes, right? So, well, maybe I'll have a little tray of those sit out for those that don't have them. But anyway, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a great time. Really hope that you make it, and but carpool if you can, because parking is, you know, it's really difficult in that type of a development. So that's all I have. Super excited for what's happening, what we have, where we're going, what's coming, and just all of this new Melendez family that's here today from other parts of the United States. And let's get together and have some fun tonight. So Dr. Chi, thank you for hosting today. And thanks to our speakers. And, oh, hey, by the way, there's some things right here we'll give away. Who here has traveled more than 500 miles to get here? Huh? Okay, 500 miles. If you've traveled more than 500 miles to get here, come and grab one of these. Huh? Seattle? Huh?
Seattle's way.
Well, you're. Yeah, I'm not going to do the calculation. I'm going to go on the honor system here. There's two of these are filled with products, and they're little sippy cups or whatever they are. And this is actually Tropical Blast. It's been renamed, or it is trim, but it was Tropical Blast. It's the same product though. And an energy drink. We got an Emulin M, and we got 2 skincare products. So, you know what? Just whoever wants to grab them, go ahead. Okay, thanks. We'll see you guys tonight, 7 o'clock.
Can we do, Ashley, can we do one big group picture real quick? Okay.
John 22:16, overlooking.